On the goddamn button. Apparently I did because we're fucking live.
Hey,
Hey, what?
told you Steve wasn't going to have chat.
Yeah, I didn't even send him a link because he said he wasn't. He didn't want to.
Hey.
He wasn't feeling it, so I didn't. I mean, I'll probably send him a link if he comes in. Obviously, I'll send him a link. But
Yeah, sometimes he just doesn't feel like doing a chat. He'll get on a chat, but he just don't feel like doing a chat.
oh, maybe I should. Well, if he comes in, I'll obviously send him a link.
Here, I'll just share the link with him if he wants it.
Yeah, just tell him we're doing a chat.
Let's see.
So, what are we up to? Anything good?
Yeah.
Not me.
It's fucking cold outside.
Yes, it is.
Well, Mikey, it was funny today with that accident. My insurance card's on Brenda's phone. She hadn't printed out the copies yet. And she left her phone at home. The other guy just cleaned his truck out earlier today, so he didn't have his registration, insurance, or his license on him.
Oh no.
That sucks.
That's terrible.
That sucks.
We told the cop, hey, got the insurance card on the phone still, but the phone's at home. And so we just run to the grocery store, didn't think we needed the phone for anything.
Right.
The guy said he just got done cleaning his truck out and all the papers and shit were inside. He had to call his wife up and have his wife bring him down.
You know who really grinds my gears right now?
Gear grinding?
That's right. Damn straight he does. He posted a picture of these twice baked potatoes, and they had like bacon like on top. Oh man, they look so damn good. I could eat potatoes for every fucking meal. I think fried potatoes for breakfast. Baked potato for lunch. Mashed potatoes.
Baked, got mashed.
Huh?
No mashed.
I said mashed potatoes for dinner. I said baked for lunch, mashed for dinner, and then right before bedtime, some potato skins for a nighttime snack. And then you get up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, eat some potato chips, and then it's time for fried potatoes for breakfast again in the morning, or some hash browns, however you like them. I'm big on the taters.
My dad.
How do you say it? Potato? Is that potato? Taters? I don't know.
Spuds.
How do you say it up there in the northeastern area there, Mikey?
Potatoes.
Potatoes? What? Potatoes?
Potatoes.
What was it last night after the after chat? Vietnamese. You guys were making fun of me for Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, yeah.
They kept making fun of me, Mikey. They would never correct me and tell me if I was saying it wrong or right, but I say Vietnamese. Is that right or wrong?
There you are. I wasn't sure if you wanted to come, so I said, because I told everybody you didn't want to do a chat, so I'm like, I'll send him a thing.
That's the main culprit right there.
Yeah, I know.
Making fun of me.
Whatever it is.
I was telling Mikey how much I like potatoes, and I got him to say potatoes, and then I was telling him how you guys were making fun of me for saying Vietnamese last night.
Oh my God, dude, it was cracking me up. Somehow or another, you were adding an extra syllable or something. I'll be right back.
Dish, this one looks good.
Dish left.
She did?
Yeah.
How come?
She muted her mic and turned the camera off.
Yeah.
I'll have to yell at her.
Yeah, I just watching one of Norm's videos and seen a flash on my phone. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, I was getting discouraged, so.
Go lay down, Cookie. Down.
So, Mikey, are you familiar with the playoff thing then? Have you kept up with it at all? I know you're not real big into it anymore, but can you explain something to me?
Sure, I'll try
Okay.
anyway.
All right. So the Titans won, right? Or the Titans won the
No,
division?
the Titans haven't played yet. They got a
Right, but
first
they won
round
the
bye.
division, so they have the bye, right? Is that right?
No, they won the whole of AFC, so that's why they got the bye.
Okay. So they won the AFC, so
They
they
had
got
the
a bye.
best record in the AFC, so they got the bye.
Okay. So the Steelers and the Chiefs are the wild card game.
Correct.
They play tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow night, 8:15.
Okay. Whoever wins that, do they then play the Titans next week?
Yes.
Okay. And then
Well,
there's
I'm sorry. Okay, so here's how it goes. It mean
because Cincinnati will have to play Buffalo now, right?
so Tennessee will play the lowest seed out of that either.
Come here.
So like if Pittsburgh
hold up.
Pittsburgh beats Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
They'd play Kansas City. But if Kansas City wins, I think they have to play Buffalo because Buffalo's the lowest seed. Because you go, so because the number one had the bye, right? 2
Okay.
plays 7, 3 plays 6, and 4 plays 5. Okay, and so that's how you go about doing it afterwards. So if Pittsburgh wins, they were the 7th seed. Okay, they would play Pittsburgh.
Okay.
City wins, I believe they would have to play Buffalo.
And then who would Kansas City play then? Cincinnati?
The other one, yeah.
Okay.
That'd be
All
3 and 4.
Okay. I was just kind of
Welcome back. Are you new at this or?
yeah. Actually, I do.
No, not you. I was talking to Stevie because he.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I've been a fan of football my whole life, but I never. There's guys that can fucking. You mentioned some team and they're like, oh, 1962, such and such had 320 yards and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah. And
different
18 passes for, 182 yards and 4 touchdowns. And it was a great game. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm like, I can't even remember what the fuck I had for breakfast this morning.
Right.
You're
Hey,
talking
buddy,
about
like
games
what's going on?
There's people out there like that with everything: cars, guns, motorsports.
Yeah. I just have never been. I mean, I know a lot about certain things when it comes to like guns and stuff like that, but I mean, I can't rattle off every fucking thing.
As many guns as I own, I don't know squat about all the details, and I know what shoots good and what don't. I know I own a Taurus, but I can't tell you the numbers off the side.
Well,
of
it's
it.
funny because it's like, you just kind of, when you start hanging out with people, you kind of think that they have the same knowledge as you on some things. And just because, like, I'll ask you, oh, man, did you see that new fucking, CZ? No.
Right.
What's a CZ?
I tend to go for the less, popular right now weapons.
Check out that new High Point. Is that in your budget now?
I'm about at the high point level.
I don't think I could afford a high point right now.
Yeah.
No, you got to get a mirror for your car.
I gotta get a mirror for the truck and tires and alignment.
You're fucked. You just buy a fucking new one.
That's what I did with my old car. The transmission was slipping.
Yep.
I took it in.
Pour some dirt in it.
One guy's like,
Works every time.
one guy said, he goes, we can fix it, but you don't want us to fix it here. And he goes, because it was at a dealership or whatever. And he hands me a little Post-it and he goes, take it to this guy. He'll help you.
Wow.
And I took it over to him and he was like, he said, did they tell you how much it was going to be? I said, yeah. And I showed him the paperwork. It was like $4,300 or something like that from the dealership. He goes, well, he's like, they're not too far off, only about $2,000. He's like, it's going to cost you. Said it's going to cost you about $2,500. So what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm gonna go trade it in because I only paid $1,500 for the car. So why would I put $2,500 in it?
Me too, Gear Grind. Me too.
Oh, gear out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been grinding my gears, man. Let me tell you.
oh, that fucking shoulder's killing me. Oh, fuck.
Gunpowder Beauty. Hey, no one's did a rundown, Mikey. You want to do a rundown? Since
You're right. We didn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd make it like the old days. I'll do the rundown.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, let me write them down first.
Write them down. Make sure. All right, we got
Got their addresses
out there. The first one.
With a book.
The first one to comment was Gerald B, and he's in here with us.
While you're
And
doing
then we
the
had-
rundown, I'm getting a coffee.
All right.
Then we had the one, the only, the wonderful, most bestest person I know in the South, the beautiful Gunpowder Beauty,
Where's that leave you, Dish?
Jay Watterson 69. He's out there ready to give us shit and troll the hell out of us. Dish Outdoors also on the panel with us. She has a.
She
You
must
know
be
what? I'm just
second.
going. I'm not even going to touch that one tonight. After last night in the after chat, I'm not going to touch it. Some of the things I learned about Dish was just. My mind is. You remember that song by Jake Giles band? My mind's been blown or whatever. Angels, the centerfold. Some of the, I just can't deal with that anymore. I got a lot on my mind lately. Buddy Light's out there. I'm sure he'll give a few insights and comments and makes us feel all a little warmer inside.
Buddy likes
Dr.
the best
Steve
of-
also on the panel. Who no one really cares about Dr. Steve. We all know he didn't even do his own chat tonight. So, anybody else out there? PNASCARs and Gear Grind 19. Gear Grind 19.
You
grinding
skipped
my
right
feet.
over G Trapper.
I didn't see G Trapper.
He's right after P now. He's 2 down after
No,
PNASCAR.
he's down past. Yeah, he's 2 down past. I'm
Yeah,
not there
well.
yet, asshole. G Trapper is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't
Thanks to
look at
Mikey
this
noticing that. All right, and that does seem like because you brought that up and just made me get confused on where I was. I didn't even get to give PNASCARs a proper shout out. So shout out to PNASCARs and
Well,
another shout out to G Trapper.
I know you stunned me when you said that it's Gunpowder Beauty. Not like you stunned me because she's a great person and all, but you said she was the absolute best, and you got Dish sitting right here beside me, and I'm like, wow, Dish, where's that leave you?
Well,
I know.
you shouldn't have left the after chat so early last night. Your mind would have been blown too, pal.
Dude, if you don't
So-
have no clue how tired I have a hard time staying awake.
We were all tired last night, but Dish woke us up really quick.
No, I'm still
Oh,
fighting
yeah.
the shit, bro. I'm not. Dude, you gotta understand. I take 2-3 hour naps every day.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the Gunpowder Beauty thing is it's under a threat of being throat punched.
Sorry it's
Gotta
taking
be
so
nice,
long.
Will.
Some douche forgot to put water in the Keurig.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Darn cats.
Cats suck.
Drinking the coffee.
That's kind of cat.
No.
That's
I'm
kind of
thinking,
cat's a dead one.
right now, I'm thinking dogs are assholes. My dog just went out on his cable, walked all the way around the excursion, tried to get back to the stairs. He's about 4 feet short. He's sitting down in front of the truck. He's not smart enough to walk back around it.
What the hell's wrong with my audio? Oh, duh.
He
I'm
says,
sitting here
"Hey,
watching.
Dad,
I'm watching the
wind's
YouTube chat, listening to the StreamYard chat, and I'm like, "Why is my fucking sound off?" It's
The dog saying, "Hey, Dad, it's getting cold out here. The wind chill's like 15 below."
Yeah, yell out the door. Hey, dummy, smarten up. Go the other way.
Exactly. Well, I shut the door, came back in. He probably might have walked back around, but I doubt it.
See, that's where some people dogs are just like kids. It's like, no, not quite.
Dogs are more like babies. Got to keep your eye on them every second.
True. Hey, Uncle Gil. Hey, Uncle Gil. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get fucking shot.
Asshole.
Hey, Uncle Carl, what's going on? I'm looking at Gear talking to Uncle Carl at the same time.
Dogs
Jesus Christ.
will poop in the hallway or like behind the couch or something, but a kid, they'll like shit in
I
a
don't know.
closet and bury it and cover it up.
I pissed in the fucking closet. Well, I almost did. My mother caught me, thank God. I was a kid. I was probably 8 or 9, and I was sleepwalking or thinking that the closet was the bathroom.
Yeah,
And she woke me up. Mikey, what are you doing?
I have a funny story I'll tell you.
Mom, I'm going to go to the
about my
bathroom.
wife.
She goes, okay, but just not in the closet, but come on, downstairs.
I won't tell it on the air, but I will tell it to you later when we're.
Buddy Light, I keep forgetting. Where is here? When you said it was cold here too, where are you from? I always-
Trapper, that's hilarious.
You're on.
Yeah,
you're,
buddy, like,
you're-
go ahead and dox yourself. Let us know all where you're at. We
no,
need
Buddy Light, he's
street name and everything.
No, he's not south. I think he's mid south.
He's asking
can say-
Gerald B
you don't have to-
what
Buddy,
model
like-
truck he has.
Buddy Light, you don't have to tell me the state. Just say mid, south, north. You know what I mean? Timmer came on and nobody showed up, so he signed off. That's awesome, G Trapper.
I feel sorry for that guy sometimes. And lately, I don't know if his computer's messed up or what, but he can't put up a proper video. So he'll take a picture and use it for a thumbnail for a quick StreamYard. And then when he goes live, the thumbnail goes away, of course. And he says, I just used that picture. That's the progress I made on my cabin. Y'all have a good day. And it goes up. It's like, golly.
I can't. I haven't watched one. I haven't. You're not too far. You're only like 7 hours from me, buddy.
Exactly the same.
Yep.
Buddy, I didn't realize that. You're not that far from me, bud. You're like 7 hours. Maryland's like 7 hours from me.
They got the best crabs, blue crabs.
I could be there in 3, I think. Well, it depends on what part of Maryland. I don't know if I can make it to the shore that. Well,
Jay Watt.
I cut right
Jay
across
Watt.
West Virginia.
Jay Watt, let me explain something to you.
He's hilarious.
Jay Watt. Oh, yeah, he's wicked funny. Fucking Canucks.
He's wicked funny.
I miss your icon photo, by the way, Jay Watt. Where'd the icon photo go? Remember the old days?
Yeah.
He used to have an awesome icon.
You
photo.
talking like the handprints, the sandy handprints on the beach?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good photo. I remember that.
Something like that.
I am now in the hour number 8 of my 16-hour shift.
Awesome.
Wow.
You're halfway there, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow, your
Halfway
ass,
there.
your ass must be fucking falling asleep, huh? Sitting down that long?
I haven't been sitting the whole time.
There you go, Jay Watt. Atta boy.
I was
Atta
laying down. I
pepper.
was laying down for a little bit.
Atta
That's
pepper.
what it was.
That's
There
what
it is.
was. No, that's the old one. That's why I said
That's
something
his
like that.
other channel with the same.
Well, I know. That's why I said something like that because I didn't want to get him.
Oh, I forgot about
Jay
that.
Watt. Now that you're here, because I think last night you might have went and got a soda, or you might have ate or something, But I did do this last night for you and say, "Hey, Jay Watt, that's for you." I don't even know if you were in the chat, but notice which one that is, Jay Watt.
Yeah, that's looking well used.
Yeah, oh yeah, this thing.
Ooh, I want in, Mikey.
We
You know,
don't
I've
mind
always
if it's
wanted one of
dirty.
these spider coats. I never had one.
Every time you show a knife, you got to give it away.
No, not that one. That one's loose. I lost the fucking nut out of the clip.
No, the clip is in.
Oh,
Ugh.
you can send right to Spyderco and get screws.
Hey,
Really?
Steve,
And-
did I
and
ever
gloves
tell
and
you?
everything.
Did I ever tell you that Gonzo Fun? Is it Gonzo?
The Gonzo. Steve sent us. Yeah.
The Gonzo. They finally sent me. Remember the clip? I bent the clip on the knife you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
They finally sent me a clip. They actually sent me like a whole bag of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Excuse me, 1 second, folks. Jay Watt, it is the exact same one, kid. She's trying to tell me I lost a knife. Oh, you know what?
Thinks you
He might be right.
replaced it.
Hey, he might be right.
Hey, Mikey.
No, he's not. Listen, Jay Watt, this is the one that wasn't a car. Didn't car carrier send me a Spyderco dish?
I have no idea.
Before he changed his name.
What did
Yeah,
he change
right.
his name to?
I don't know. He changed his name to something, and
Then he became a snitch. A back and forther.
yeah.
Mikey, remember that time that you thought you sent your wallet to somebody in a FedEx package all the way across the country? That was funny. Remember that? Remember that time, Mikey? That was funny.
Oh, I remember that.
Ohio.
Whatever happened with that?
Remember that? Remember that?
I remember that.
Dude, that was the best phone call ever, man. He calls me, "Hey kid, do me a favor. Can you get a hold of such and such? Let them know if they get this package from me and my wallet's in there, have them send my wallet back to me."
Yeah, that's.
I was like, how the hell would and then I was thinking about
No,
it.
what I
How
said
the hell does
was
someone do something like that? Then I think to
what I
myself,
said. What I
yeah,
said
I could
was
probably see myself doing that.
what I said was exactly what I said was. Take my debit card and send it back to me. I wanted you to overnight it.
Stumpa.
It is the one that's on the top of the fridge, bro. That's the one that's on top of the fridge. Wow, his fucking memory is just fucking unbelievable. Tish, remember I lost this knife and I found it on the top of the fridge?
Yep.
Were you still talking to me then? Oh!
Hey, Susie Scott.
Hello, Susie. Stump, what's going on, kid? Stump, you want a link? You're going to be up for a little bit?
Got a link. Got a link right now. Got a link right now.
Stump, notice how we didn't say, Stump, I sent you a link. It's on its way.
I swear I sent it, Stump. I'll try again. I'll send it again.
Stop, or there's going to be a thumbs down. End of the world.
Yeah, speaking of thumbs down, hit that like button, will you? I gotta get my 14,000 fucking things back on my thing. What's that? This button do at Steve Stalker's team?
Oh, it seems like the dislike button don't work anymore.
It just doesn't tell you how many people dislike.
All
it.
right, bro. If you're still if you're still nursing a wound, don't worry about it. It's all good. Glad you're feeling better.
I told you not to pierce that stump. I told you.
Hmm.
I said it's
I
going to
do
get
look old.
infected.
I feel old today, Stump. I'm not. I'm just not right yet. My body's not right yet. When my body gets right, I'll be happy.
Yeah, next time Tammy tells you to go out and change the target over, make sure she don't have an arrow on the bow.
Right.
I'm always tired, Stump. You know what I mean? I think one of these days I'm gonna go drive fucking 10 minutes and go up the street and take a fucking test.
By the way, bitch,
3141, go ahead.
get
Because I have
you
zero
some.
energy.
Highly recommended.
Pete's Coffee?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
awesome.
Major Dick blend. Awesome.
Does that say Major Dick in her blend?
Is that from Maryland?
No, it says it makes your dick bend.
Oh. Have
Like
you
so
ever had that
Maryland.
apple cider from Dick's Cider?
Dude, if you got cider coming out of that, you better go to the doctor.
No, it's apple cider.
I know, buddy. Like I heard that too.
Apple cider, anything
Yeah,
smelling
it's from
gingery.
Dixon. It's from Dixon's Farm. Dixon. Dixon Farms. Dixon Cider.
Oh,
You never-
nope.
You're so bad, Ohio.
I wonder if she enjoyed it.
I heard it was good. I was thinking about trying it.
Well, if you got to tell her it's in, then, you might want to rethink things.
Evening, big dog of the other kind. How the hell are you? Good to see you again. Where the fuck is Johnny Solar?
There's a Mike.
Oops.
What was the one name I seen? Mike Oxlong. That was a good one.
I like the good old one. Is Mike Hunt here, please?
Yeah, right. That's a oldie.
Hey, actually, I knew a guy named Mike Hunt.
I know a guy named Steve, but when I was in
Well, there's a Steve Hunt that's Bangor cop. It's
when I was I think we were freshmen, and we had this teacher, and she was a little bit. The first day of school, we stole a rank book, for all the check mark. You know what I'm saying? And we added Pete Townsend to the class.
Yeah.
She called out Pete Townsend every fucking day.
Wow. Till he got kicked out for being absent.
And it's like, who's this Pete Townsend? He must be sick or something. I'll have to check on him in the office. But she kept calling. She kept calling his name every fucking day. Pete Townsend. And we fucking every morning we'd just sit there and fucking shake our heads. And even the fucking nice people, the nice girls and the quiet guys in the class that, might have thought it was wrong, but they still didn't tell her either. One day she walks in. I guess Mr. Townsend's no longer with us, huh? We all just broke out and started laughing. Was I a freshman in 68? No, asshole. I was only a year old in 68. Steve was a freshman in 68. Okay? Let's not forget that Steve and fucking Jerry are older than me. All right?
Still got it. Almost. A little.
Wait, did you say in '68 he was a freshman?
Steve was.
Steve probably graduated somewhere in like 80.
No shit, he had to.
79? 78? 78.
78 is great.
Yeah, the blizzard of 78 in February wasn't so great over here. We got about 2 inches of snow that whole fucking winter. Had no snow whatsoever. They're calling for fucking like 2 inches of snow, and we wind up with like 30 inches of fucking snow.
Big dog. Man, we had some wicked huge storms in the 70s.
Good point.
The mini ice age, they called it.
Good point by G Trapper. G Trapper is the oldest. I keep forgetting.
Hey, did you guys see the?
He's probably the most active too, though, out of all of us.
Did you see the guy that took hostages at the synagogue in Texas today?
No.
Yeah, he took hostages, demanding that his sister, who was in federal prison in Texas, she was a terrorist. And she was like a biochemist or something like that in Afghanistan or something like that, and she was convicted of terrorism acts trying to kill U.S. troops, and she was sentenced to 86 years in federal prison.
Ouch.
And so he went into a synagogue during their, worship and took hostages and said there was bombs planted everywhere. And I guess it just ended. So it says tragedy was averted. Texas hostage standoff ends with all hostages alive and safe.
Is that real or fake?
No, I don't know, but
Hang on.
Yeah, I heard that story earlier today, but
want me to undelete?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute.
One subscriber.
No, you can leave it like that, I guess.
Okay.
Because I always like to find out first. You know why?
How are you
Because
ever going to make new friends?
I know,
I
right?
tell everybody that.
Have a good night, Stump.
Good night, Stump. I tell everybody that. Like when I went into that Saturday night chat. I was told, go in and tell them who you are, that you know me, blah blah blah. It's because you're not going to last long. Because I only had like 10 subscribers or something, 20 subscribers or something. I don't forget how many.
I read Gunpowder's. She said she told her son she was born in '85. She said the bastard asked if they had TV back then. My kids asked me, they're like, "Hey, Dad, what was it like growing up in the 1900s?" And you're like, "Fuck you!" And then you realize it was the 1900s. What?
Yeah.
It's sad when you're listening to the music you grew up with on the oldies channel.
We don't even have an oldies channel here.
Oh, we've got a bunch of them up here.
No.
Yeah, I got 104. 104 is pretty good up there.
What's sad is when they like throw out some like Cinderella or Michael Jackson or something.
But they don't call it the oldies.
Yeah, they
Classic.
No, they call it the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, classic rock.
Right. Or they call it
No-
classic rock. They
94,
don't call it oldies but goodies.
94.7, they still call it the oldies.
Oh, really?
It's pretty sad you're listening to it here in the oldies. They're kicking up AC/DC, Metallica. It's like, okay. Throw some Aussie in it.
See, I still like the 50s, 60s, and 70s too. So She was born in '85. Jesus Christ! I'm supposed to graduate that year.
I was supposed to graduate in 84. I put it off till 85.
Told you were older than me. You didn't believe me.
Just popped up on my thing. You guys were talking about it. The blizzard of '78 was 36 years ago this weekend.
Oof.
Well, wait. No, not this weekend.
Well,
Not in
last weekend.
Not in Massachusetts. The blizzard of '78 that I had when I was a kid was February 6th, 1978.
We had one a couple years earlier than that, a couple of days before Christmas.
Actually, I think it's older than 36, isn't it?
It's too
Yeah,
much to
definitely.
calculate. And
It's
For
44 years
once.
ago.
in my household, my mom and dad's household, everybody, all the kids showed up for Christmas like 2 days before, and the blizzard hit. The snow plows were stuck. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
And man, we had people sleeping on the floor and on the couch and the recliner, you name it. We had people all over that house.
Buddy
Well,
Light. To me, the
remember-
oldies of the '60s.
I remember when I was back in grammar school, we got hit with a big storm just before our April vacation.
Yeah.
And then our April vacation got extended for a couple extra days because Sunday, before we were supposed to go back Monday, we got hit with another storm that dumped another 14 inches of snow in Bangor. And it snowed all through that April vacation. So they were piling the snow in the parking lots. So
Yeah.
before they could get us back to school, they had to clear out the parking lots.
Right.
It was
I remember.
actually 44 years. It was 44 years ago.
I guess Susie's in that that predicament with Stevie and in Ohio and not Ohio, Stevie and Buddy Light and G Trapper and
Hey, Trevor Fillmore.
Yeah. the
Trevor
big
Fillmore. How the
generation.
hell are you, brother? Good to see you.
Wow, I must be on a hell of a delay.
I'm on the I'm not on the YouTube. I'm on the inside.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we're all about the same age, Susie. Me, you, Stevie, Jerry.
And then we got Dish.
And we got Tish.
You got to have the youngster in the bunch.
Ohio was a youngster too.
Not as young as you. Not even close.
I think we're the same age.
He's closer to us. There's no way you guys are the same age.
I don't. How old are you, Dish?
I'm 49.
Fuck, you're older than me.
Am I?
Bullshit.
Oh,
I call
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, I turned 49 in March.
I call bullshit.
I was born in '73.
youngins. I
Am
wonder
the
how
youngest-
many
am I
times
the
a day at
youngest
work
one on
someone
this
tells
panel?
Mikey,
Oh my god.
okay, Boomer. Boomer. Why would they call me Boomer?
Because you're fucking old. The baby boomer generation.
I'm not a baby boomer.
I
I'm a
am.
fucking D Generation X. Stevie's the baby boomer. And Jerry just missed it by 2 years. 65 ends the or 64, one or the other, I think.
Hopefully it was 64 because I was born in 65.
64, I think, ends the baby boomer years. I'm D Generation X. Anyone born in the 50s? Yeah, Buddy Light. G Trapper was.
Knock it off.
Buddy Light and G Trapper ought to do a channel together.
Why is it the smallest dog in the house tries to pick on all the bigger dogs?
That's usually what happens.
Little dick syndrome.
And she wins. The bigger dogs cower from her. The only dog in the house that won't cower from her is her mother. Her mother will put her in her place. And they're both about the same size. But the other dogs are twice as big as she is. They still back down from her.
Late December back in 53.
All right, I'm just gonna make a note here that Gunpowder, I did read your comment earlier, and I don't think anyone else caught it, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Now I gotta go look.
I'm not paying attention, so sorry.
I read it.
It's all Dish's fault, anyways.
Oh.
Somebody want to share with the class, or we're just gonna guess?
Fine. She said I should have swallowed them, especially when they make
Oh, I
me
read
feel
that.
like I'm not in the prime of my youth.
I read that.
I don't know what she's really. I don't just like I said, not touching it.
It's not proper for a young lady to
I
talk
know,
that
bro.
way.
You're the same month as me. G Trapper, you're right. I know. Yep, G Trapper is him and I share the same month. Hey, numbnuts, go blank when you do that, will you? You're gonna get me thrown out of here.
What? I'm smoking
What
on
the
my
fuck is wrong
tobacco
with you?
pipe.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, we're in a recreational state.
Yeah, but you're not in a recreational state on fucking StreamYard, you nitwit.
Oh, hell, I've got ones with guys on here doing freaking dab hits with bongs.
Yeah. Mangos does it all the time. He never gets booted.
Back in my day, American Bandstand was that. Right on, Buddy Light. I remember watching American Bandstand, the reruns and all that. It's what's Saturday mornings, right?
Heck, when I was a kid, we didn't get to watch cartoons on Saturday morning. As soon as we were up, my parents said, hey, get the hell out, go down to the park, do something. Just get out of our hair for the day.
Yeah. 9 months later, you get a new kid in the family.
Yeah, really.
We didn't even have a TV, so
We used to have to turn ours with the players.
We didn't have a color TV till
You
I think the
can't-
Red Sox went to the World Series in '76.
Watch
Wow.
Aaron.
My
didn't
boy
even-
went
we
out
didn't
and bought
even-
a color TV to watch that World
G-Trapper,
Series
who's that?
year.
I didn't even have.
G-Trap-
We didn't even have a house to wake up in on Saturday mornings.
G Trapper, who's Aaron Detours on Twitch? I have Twitch on my thing because of my daughter.
Right on, Jay Watt. When you want to see the boobies bounce, you watch Soul Train.
I'll have to go on. I'll have to go see it. I don't know why my fucking shoulder still hurts.
Back in the day when rap songs had like 3 words in the sentence because they couldn't line them up with the beat right. Yeah.
Bandstand with Rick Clark, yeah. Well, then you guys, you well, what's his name there on Saturday mornings? Casey Kasem with the top 40.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Countdown.
Casey,
top
can you
40
please play? I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Oh yeah, the long distance request.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Shit,
Who sang that song, by the way,
Have you ever
folks?
heard the Casey Kasem audio where he fucking goes nuts,
Melts down.
melts down? Oh my god!
Yep.
All right, cool, J Trapper. I'll have to check them out.
It ranks right up there with the who was the guy on Fox News? Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah.
That was a great meltdown too.
I had a little problem with him. My problem is, and it had nothing to do with his politics, right? My problem is that he will report on a fucking mouse in Grand Central Station going to get trampled by 8 million people. Okay? He can report on anything he wants. He gets in trouble with a female and he won't answer a question he doesn't think people should ask.
Bill
Really?
O'Reilly?
Yeah. Years ago. Don't you remember years ago he got in trouble?
Uh-uh.
Oh my God, yeah.
Who? Bill O'Reilly?
Yes.
Basically,
Yeah, he's sexually harassing fucking women.
So my
Yeah.
problem is that if you're going to ask questions, I asked the tough questions. I went to the White House and I asked all the tough. I do all the good for you. You should. Don't get pissy when somebody asks you a tough question. You
True.
know?
oh, he might ask him. He don't get answered to him, but
He lived out in the. He lived out for 7 winters, no heat. He lives under a deck and drinks and smokes till he's whacked. Wow.
I got in. There's a couple of technically hobos that hot trains that had YouTube channels. And it's actually quite entertaining watching these guys. And they talk about how they survive and what train goes where. And it's actually pretty neat.
I watched this girl who lives in her Prius with her dog, and she goes and does a bunch of adventures all over the place.
Yeah, but then she just get caught or something. She can't do it no more.
Not that I know of.
Somebody.
She got snowed in at a friend's house. She hurt her knee skiing, so she was like staying at a friend's house. So
So she lives in a Prius, but she can afford to go skiing.
And the problem, the
well,
funny
she's
part
not
is
homeless. I mean, it's her choice. She's
So she still has daddy's credit card.
well. She also like she flies to Europe every summer, and
well,
she
and
does,
don't forget,
she does like guided mountain like hiking tours and stuff in Europe.
she's probably got 500,000 viewers in her PayPal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
during the month.
fucking get YouTube rich
Right on.
because she takes showers and bathes in the creek and shit when she's camping.
here's a long distance dedication going out from the backside of this here lake on the great state of Michigan.
You don't think I watch it because of the fucking Prius, do you?
There was another chick that lived, I think, in a Bronco.
Oh yeah, she quit. She quit doing that. She had like an old like
She was
80s
pretty
like
hot.
Bronco too.
I watched her for a few times, and it basically turned out she was a tramp going from town to boyfriend to boyfriend.
Well, I know she cut a fucking hole in the driver's seat and put like a toilet thing down it so she could shit while she was driving.
Oh my God.
Did you see that one?
No.
Like she like didn't have to stop driving. She could just like shit while she was driving. I was like, who the fuck would do that?
I don't know, I piss while I'm driving.
Somebody just before they got stopped by the cops. That way the cop would have to step in it, walking up to the side of the vehicle.
I don't think I've ever passed anybody taking a crap while they're driving.
How would you know?
Well, the secret to crapping while you're driving is you don't make eye contact with people passing you. It just ruins the whole moment.
Somebody
Right,
grunt
eyes
went
visual.
out really struggling. They like, oh man, she's full of road rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
No, too much fiber.
Too much diarrhea blowing out.
He's about to blow out an O-ring.
All right, thank you.
I know it, right?
The fuck is wrong with you people?
Mikey, that's hilarious.
I have made that short drive trying to get home before the accident.
About fucking time.
Cookie, go up with Mama. Get down.
Wow.
What is the haps?
All right, listen.
Holy crap! All
Listen,
shaved
it's
and
funny. It's
everything
funny that you
sorted.
came on here because
Why?
my daughter was watching one of my old chats. It was only
Yeah.
it was only a couple ones ago, I think. And you came in without a hat on, and I went, "Wow, you look 10 years younger without the fucking hat on."
No
But
hat.
the glare's killing my eyeballs, bro. You want a hat?
What glare? There's no glare here.
Look at you. You got a fucking little. You got the going on, huh?
What's that? Wait.
Here's a video idea for gear. Otis making potted meat and mayonnaise sandwiches.
Oh,
Oh,
That's bad.
yeah, that mayonnaise will kill you.
no, G-Trap. Ain't gonna be no poop stream. Fuck that bullshit.
Dish, you love mayonnaise.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
It's
why
the
you.
best.
Yeah, it's the best.
Poor Dish. She takes a beating on the mayonnaise.
Think of all the amazing things you had to do without. No deviled eggs. No
Tater
tater,
salad.
no tater salad.
Yeah,
no
but not for
macaroni
nothing.
Salad.
Do you really taste it?
What?
You really
mayonnaise?
don't taste the mayonnaise and deviled eggs.
Have you ever heard that song by Martin Mull? It's called Mayonnaise and Rope.
No.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Is that for me, Ohio? I still have it. I just shaved it back is all. Haven't you ever done that? Shave it back so it'll grow in? Well, not Gerald, no. He's looking at me like he's looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with you? Shave what back?
Yeah, that's so the dye works better.
In my
Mike-
teens, I
Mike,
used to
you
hop
seen
the
my
train
kid,
and
Dad?
head to the bar. It was hard getting off on this when they sped up to Buddy Light.
Oh, geez. Gee, what?
The wife keeps threatening to trim it back on me, though.
Say what?
Wife keeps threatening to trim it back on me.
Yeah, but that's a sleeping thing there. She'll get you while you're sleeping.
Yeah, maybe, but I doubt it.
She'll give you that excuse like, well, I was trying to get the peas out of it. So I
Yeah.
was just trying to help you out, hook you up, get the peas out.
Really, Cookie?
I get a kick out of
Cookie,
that.
knock it off. Quit being so lesbian. Her female dog tried mounting the other female dog.
Oh, there's a special moment.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Well,
she's
the other one didn't
identifying
like
as a
it
guy
either.
today. Leave her alone.
Go.
We're doing identifying for dogs now. There you go.
Fuck, mine as well.
So did you
Oh,
hear? I don't know if it's true or not, but I just saw a little posting about Pelosi was trying to get a vote taken care of so that the Democrats can have the American people pay for the elections, all the fundraising for the elections.
Wow.
Something like that.
I didn't
It's
get all.
probably
of
because
it.
she's
Well, you
probably
don't
because
need,
she's
don't
she's
need
prob-
voter's ID anymore.
she's probably upset because California lost the assault. Well, they 2A, we won, but California lost the assault weapons ban. There is no more assault weapons ban in California.
They've already started working on the bullet button ban again
So
an hour after the verdict went down.
I didn't hear anything about that. Did you see the tsunami that hit California today?
Yeah.
did it
I
hit?
was rooting for it.
Yeah, it wasn't much. A few little waves come up about 1.5 feet.
I seen satellite image or video of
Yeah,
the
the
volcano.
was
That was
exploding.
pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
What, Rosie
Hobo
O'Donnell
Stove
went
had a
swimming?
pretty good hobo freight train hopping
There.
channel.
Say hi to Mikey here.
Unfortunately, he passed away.
It's
What's up, doggy?
Cookie.
Say hi to everybody. Huh? Say hi to everybody.
That girl's got raccoon eyes.
Indeed, indeed.
I'm gonna start a new YouTube channel. It's just gonna be me throwing rocks at Steve when he walks out of his house in the morning. Every morning when he runs to his van, I'll be throwing rocks at him.
Dude, you'd probably be huge.
Oh, hey, you weren't here last night.
Well, who, me?
Yeah, and I forgot to text you on Friday. My wife thought she'd be nice, and unbeknownst to me, decided that she would be nice to me and order me a stove. So it's already on its way.
Oh, okay, doke.
The funny part is, she ordered the exact one that I wanted, and the exact one that I was gonna have.
It'll have more memories though now.
And you
It'll
still
be
don't think, and you still think that she doesn't watch her chats.
Oh, she don't. My wife don't watch my chats. Trust me. She
But
snoops.
she just happened to pick that exact stove.
No, she.
Hmm.
Well, she got it off my. She got it. I told you. I told you last night. She went through the thing, got it off the. Because
Oh,
when
yeah,
I click on it, it goes into my wish list.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, my
Hey.
Amazon wish list looks like a 12-year-old did it.
But we might do one together anyways. So, especially if this one's too big.
But the new, I got to try out my new jet. Anyways, I got a new jet, horizontal, vertical bandsaw.
Oh,
Nice.
I was about to get pissed when you said you're going to try your new jet. I thought you got a fucking plane, man. I was going to
I was waiting for jet stove.
I'm like,
No.
this motherfucker be buying planes and shit. And I can't even afford the payments on my.
No. And by the way, Mike, I told you I wasn't going to do the shops and get them open, but they're both open now. So next time you come by, you can actually see the shops.
Can I still smoke in the shop?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's the only place you can smoke. You can smoke in the shop, though. That's right.
I know you didn't make me a fucking smoking room when you did all the fucking work on the house, you jerk.
No, you won't even recognize this place at all. The floor is
Fucking guy,
not.
You would think.
Floor
the
is
fucking
not
guy-
even the same. Not
Oh,
even
hey,
the
by
same.
the way, what's that pond up near you?
Oh,
Not the one in Shapley.
no,
It's in Springville.
yeah, it's shit.
Is Does it have fish in it?
Yes, actually, Kean caught his first fish in that.
It's off of Elm
Uh,
Street, right?
Yeah, 20 years ago, he caught his first fish.
Can I
it's-
park over there?
It's stocked.
Can I park over there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are they ice fishing over there right now?
I don't know about ice fishing. See. Even though I'm from Maine, me and ice fishing, we did not get along. Because the first ice fishing I did, I discovered what the hell they meant when they said ice fishing, and that was we went out and sat on chairs in the ice.
Yeah.
And with the wind blew across, and you were like, "Wow, I really feel fucking stupid." I'm sitting in the middle of a lake with no wind breaks on a chair in the ice. Now I understand why they call it ice fish. So me and ice fishing didn't get along that great. Then they started having shanties and all that, and then no one ever invited me to the shanty because when it came to ice fishing, I have to admit I wasn't the best person to have around because I was the guy who would go. So you guys are just gonna like sit it in the fucking ice, huh? All right.
all day.
Sounds like a winter thing. So the fish come and they right up to the ice, right? Sounds great. Love it. I would have gone for just a beer.
That's what I used to go to be honest.
The beer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pass me another Schlitz.
Yeah. No,
yeah, I was always Budweiser.
Ice fishing has only one beer, PBR. That's it.
Gross.
Another, which is just as old as Schlitz.
No, I
Well, not
worked for the PBR distributor back
But
in the
PBR has
80s
been around
up
forever.
here. Well, I worked for the distributor in the 80s back up here. And I ran into the big boss one day at Hannaford's and I had a 12-pack of Budweiser. And they said, well, you're not being very loyal to the company. I said, well, if you had something at the company that was affordable and drinkable, I'd be more apt to buy something there.
My next
Matter of
wish
fact-
pick is an ice auger. I just bought an ice auger, Trev, but not the one you're looking for.
What's his name? Joe just had a contest for one. Joe it might still be going on too.
No, it is until the end of January.
Yeah.
I'm in it, but then I went out and I bought one anyway. I bought a fucking. Mine's a hand. I didn't do power.
You got one of those hand ones too? I got two.
Yeah, I just got a
The only thing
Yeah.
I can say is keep it sharp.
Yeah.
Once
No way,
it goes dull, go get a new one.
not true.
You can sharpen it.
You
Yeah,
can,
you can
or you
sharpen
just or you just buy the blades for it, one or the other.
I like getting the ones that you guys all get rid of when you have the hand auger and you buy the power one. I like getting the hand augers because I use them for doing post holes.
I can't figure out why to me, using those cranky ice augers,
That's the one
it's
I
like
got.
they build them backwards. I should be holding it with my left hand, pushing it with the strength of my right arm, and it's the opposite way.
Depends how tired my shoulder gets and if I do the other way. Or
Yeah.
Right. But
It's
oh, you
weird.
got one with a cordless drill, Chubb?
They cut clockwise,
Right.
and to me, that's backwards unless you're doing a backwards stroke.
I bought mine's on the 8-inch. I bought the 8-inch. I didn't buy a 10-inch.
Yeah, that's what I've got. I've got two of the 8-inch ones.
Yeah, if you need a 10-inch hole and a fish that big, you're going to freak out and lose it anyhow. So you must.
So what's? Oh my God, I can never think of the names anymore. Oh my fucking arm.
I want one of the old fashions one that had like the spoon on the bottom.
Oh yeah, those are
Yeah.
cool.
Those things look like they cut faster than the spiral ones.
I seen one at an antique shop the other day.
Go lay down. Go lay down.
Thanks for rubbing in the age thing.
Well, they had snowshoes and everything else there.
Is it a Strike Master, Mikey?
Is it
No,
blue?
Laura?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Mine are Moras.
Mine are
Eskimo.
Moras too.
Is it a Farging ice hole?
Eh.
card?
Eskimo.
Oh, an
Yeah,
Eskimo.
it is.
Okay.
Hey, that's the name of my cat.
But and then I got the shanty, but like I said last night, the shanty's only it's 2-person.
Gunpowder, you could make one of those percussion instruments they make with a PVC pipe.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome.
Play the flute.
No,
You play the flute, Gunpowder.
percussion instruments.
She doesn't know that. Will you
If
be
you're
quiet?
percussing a skin flute,
Shh,
it hurts
I
so
know
much.
that, but she doesn't.
Oh,
I wanted to see if she played the flute.
Mike, she's pregnant, so that means she obviously.
It's the only thing she can play is the flute. She won't come on the chat because last time she was on the chat, I told her, I says, hey, move over.
No mercy with this guy.
Hey, what are you going to do, Yeah, so I don't know how it's going to go with my shoulder doing it, but I don't even give a fuck. I'm going to do it anyway.
Well, you can switch arms. You just got to do like a backward stroke with your right arm and then a
I just
forward
wanna go.
push stroke with your.
Why? I can't. I can go this way, right? Like clockwise with my right arm?
clockwise. Yeah,
Huh? It's clockwise with my right arm, right?
yeah.
Let's can I you see the link that I shared in the private chat there?
No.
Yep.
Maybe
Unknown directions.
maybe there's no volume to the when you scroll down for the video, there's no volume. But if you guys want to, if somebody, Mike, if you want to have somebody pull it up and watch it or play it, and then we can discuss what we think. This has been a long time coming on these chats on the people that we used to talk to a lot. Remember the old "there's no such thing as a good cop" talks that we used to have all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he grabbed a female officer by the throat. What's he, a tough guy?
No, she might have been thinking she was using her taser.
No, she was wrong, and then he's stopping her, which is
Now,
good.
how do you know she was wrong, Mike?
Well, that's what the headline says.
No, you got to read it in. Maybe we should watch the video and find out.
The way I see it, on that shooting where she thought she had the taser, Well, it would have just led to a high-speed chase. Him trying to elude the cops.
Right?
What's the difference? How many people could he have killed trying to outrun him?
So, but what the hell is this about? I mean,
Sunrise,
I'll
Police,
sum it up
Sunrise,
real quick.
Florida.
There was a sergeant that showed up on the scene. They were arresting this guy. He was handcuffed in the back of the cruiser, and the sergeant was talking to him and made a move and the sergeant was going to mace him. He was already cuffed and already in the cruiser. So the young officer pulled her sergeant off of him, pulled him
Wow.
by the belt, and he turned around and grabbed her by the throat.
Wow.
7-1.
So not only did she stop that from happening, she probably stopped another lawsuit and charges and cops losing their jobs and everything.
Don't be foolish, and that shit won't happen. That's how I look at it.
well, and 28-year-old officer who was present. Never made a comment. Officer, I was very proud of the officer involved in the incident, and the behavior and actions that were taken were definitive and demonstrative of good leadership during the tense situation.
Like,
Well, I think what you have there is somebody who was willing to step in and stop the escalation of a possible problem becoming
yeah, that's
deadly.
yeah. Hey, give me a minute. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, everybody, grab a gun. Oh wait, sorry
Fuck
about
off.
that.
Dish, this is why I came back. Dish, you're in charge.
Oh, yeah. I'm never.
Hey,
sure.
Dish,
What's
what's
that?
that
Because
in the corner behind you? Next to the
nobody's
door?
going to give Dish any shit. So
Oh my god, I'm never in charge of shit.
Hey, Dish, what's that black thing over by the door?
When he comes back, we'll tell him Dish had a gun raffle.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why, but she did. She raffled the gun off. Let's see here. What we got? Somebody's making a bow.
And she was looking for ideas. You're the idea guy. She was looking for ideas to make out of PVC pipe. She has a bunch. 3-inch, 1-inch, 2-inch, all the way down.
Well, you can do a lot of it. You can make a bow, and you can make a bow for a bow and arrow. You can make a bow out of it. Gotta do a little research. You can make you can make a
What's that?
tater gun. You can make a tater gun out of it too.
Yeah.
3-inch.
3-inch, you'd be shooting them Chef's Choice potatoes.
Yeah.
There's that game where you make the rack, and it's got 2 poles across it, and then you throw the I think bean bags with a string between them.
Oh yeah. I think they're balls.
Excuse me.
They're balls. Bouncy balls with a
You got-
string.
Oh.
You gotta
Yeah,
clean
what's
it.
that game
You gotta
called?
have to clean that up there, Dish.
Okay. I think they're circular bouncy things.
Bean bags. No, they're balls. They're balls. No, balls. Say balls. Say balls.
Definitely balls.
Yeah. Bean bag, no balls. No bean bags, just balls.
Cornhole is with the bags.
Isn't that the stupidest damn name you ever heard for a game?
Yeah.
Well, see, back in my day, cornhole meant a whole
Oh, yeah.
thing.
But I mean, and the action of playing the game is called cornholing.
Cornhole.
So you actually would ask somebody this exact phrase: "Hey, you want to go cornholing?" I won't play the game just for the fact that I'm not going to say that.
That was one of the famous incidents in my school study hall. Somebody got on a live mic and did some poem with the word cornhole in it quite a few times. He was junior high famous for quite a while. And
Wasn't
teacher
that
was like,
the original
"What are you
name
talking
of
about?"
Deliverance? Was cornhole?
Yeah.
Squeal.
Yeah.
I like the idea for the tater cannon. That's what you used to do, Gunpowder. Make a tater cannon.
Yeah, as long as you don't overcharge. I think a 3-inch PVC will shoot a like Fago bottle size Polish horseshoes.
I think a 3-inch PVC will shoot a 1 liter bottle out of it.
Yeah. I remember that was a fad for a while. Somebody in my family made one, and he could launch like a half full Pepsi bottle, plastic Pepsi bottle, like 10 blocks.
The game is called ladder toss. That's it. That's ridiculous.
Susie was saying Polish horseshoes, but
Oh,
that
okay.
might be the other name for it that we can't use.
That could be.
It's not politically correct.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that word.
And cornholing is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
A game never played in the South.
It's like
It ain't no game, boy.
Or at least not spoken about.
it's like when you slap something together with some wire and some duct tape.
Tell some poor kid named
You
Billy Joe
can't
jumps off the
say you used Afro technology on it anymore, but you can say used an ex-presidential solution.
99.9% of the people did not get that, but I did. Translation: it hasn't been rigged.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gunpowder Beauty does play the flute.
Yep.
I used plaster of Paris to make the rats on the rope.
Tish, that was terrible. The final.
Oh yeah, I looked on my phone a while ago and about died.
I just went upstairs and I was like, really? Lawn dart story? What lawn dart? I don't have any lawn dart stories. What's the matter with you?
Everybody's got a lawn dart story.
Yeah, I got pegged in the back with one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
one of the original ones?
Yes.
Did
With
they
the
not?
actual point?
I forget.
They didn't tell you to move.
Was it your brother?
What lawn dart?
Yes.
Why didn't
That-
you move?
That wasn't an underhand toss. That was an overhand throw.
It was, and I started running this way instead of this way.
Serpentine.
Yeah.
Serpentine. Haven't you learned nothing from the movies?
My favorite little snack.
You must have been beating them and somebody threw a little baby fit.
Green olives with garlic. Oh,
Oh, have you ever had them with garlic and jalapenos in them?
no.
Oh my God, Mikey, you haven't lived.
What are you eating?
It's olives with garlic.
Green
We
olive.
put washers here. You make two 12-inch by 12-inch boxes with a 3-inch PVC pipe in the middle. Put them 20 feet apart, and you have two. We'll have 3 points in a box, 1 point. No, I don't have a. I don't remember a lawn dart story. I mean, I remember those things were dangerous as all fuck. We had fun with them trying to kill birds and bats and shit. The bats were the best because they'd go for them.
That's the first thing we did. We got bored with the game after 5 minutes, and we used to see how high in the air we could make them go.
Then we used to run like motherfuckers. When get out of the way, we
Yeah.
don't know where it was going. Go.
Yep.
You know, you can't even buy those anymore.
Nope.
I'm not dying out. It's horseshoes. Now everybody plays fucking. Everybody plays fucking. What do you call it?
Cornhole.
I know.
That is such a fucked up name.
No shit. When they first said we're up north, and somebody said, we gotta go play cornhole. I come up out of the chair. And my brother's
No.
like, Mike, relax. And I'm like, I go, what? It's a real game, Mike. I go, stop. No, Mike, seriously, use bean bags and you. I go, what? Yeah, it's the newest form of horseshoes because people don't play horseshoes anymore.
I love horseshoes.
Now, we used to
love
play.
horseshoes.
We used to play fireworks. There was a game called Fireworks. You take $20, you go down, you buy $20 worth of fireworks, you put them in a paper bag, and you sit on one end of the driveway, and the other person sits on the other end of the driveway on the ground. You know the little sprayer nozzles you have for the hose? You get one of those, you take the center out, and you slide your bottle rockets down, and your idea is to hit the other guy's bag. And you just shoot bottle rockets at each other.
Yep.
We used to
Good
do.
Good
We used to have
old-fashioned fun.
We used to have Roman candle fights.
Oh, I've done one of those before. Now that's a startling little game though.
Well, here's the thing. You can't buy them because little boys like you guys were killing me. No shit, right, Trevor? So I actually thought I won because I didn't get hit. I didn't get burned. I didn't, we were hitting people with it. It fucking hurts. I go home, go back at the cottage. I don't even have like a fucking t-shirt left. I have fucking 8 million fucking holes in my t-shirt. My mother's like, what happened to the t-shirt? I'm like, I don't know.
Back when that used to work, huh? What happened to you? I don't know.
I don't know.
That was back in the good old days. They just looked outside and the street lights weren't on, so you were safe.
Yep. No, we had fun.
Yeah, you never want to hit a horseshoe out in the lawn with your mower.
Yeah.
That sucks. And I've ran through the yard
Pretty fun for fireworks, right?
and whacked my shin on the horseshoe stake.
What
What
the
are
hell
those?
is that? What is that?
I don't know.
What the hell is it?
American
What is it?
Shell.
Those
Oh, you
motors,
dropped the fireworks down a tube.
the motors.
Oh, the mortars.
Yep.
Don't-
That's
oh,
perfect sound.
these little suckers are loud.
I don't know why,
Dad told me she's getting cold out there.
I think it's the absolute coolest thing when they shoot the bottle rockets into the water under the ice.
Shooting marbles from a slingshot. Absolutely.
I really miss the old M80s though.
Oh, man, that was fun.
The
Those are
real
the best.
ones.
The real ones.
Yeah,
I put one in a fucking snake's mouth one day.
Yikes.
blew
the
that
fucking
thing
thing-
apart.
The fucking thing slithered away. I'm like, fuck. I goes, must have been a dud. And then all of a sudden,
Field fire.
Well, heck, I can remember Dad coming in and waking me up one morning. He says, "Hey, you got any firecrackers?" I said, "Yeah." I reached under the bed, pulled out a box of fireworks, reached out, handed him a couple of packs of firecrackers. He goes, "Oh, I don't want those damn things." He reached down, grabbed my bag of M80s, opened that up. He says, "These are the firecrackers I want." I go out a few minutes later. He's sitting there with a duct tape, wrapping it around a broom handle. He had a little rock wall over by where the well was, and he had some tomato plants in that little raised bed, and a hornet's nest was right there in that rock wall. So every time he went over by it, he was getting stung. He went out, lit that M80, stuffed that broom handle inside that nest. Blew that up. Talk about some pissed off bees for a couple hours.
Yeah, I bet.
You couldn't go near the end of the driveway because that's where they were, and they were just swarming, pissed right off.
that's bittersweet though because they were gonna friggin' what do you call it, the garden.
Yeah,
Trevor.
Well, these were the mean little hornets, so
We had a lot of yellow jackets here this year.
Yeah.
I used to have a nest of yellow jackets in the ground down my driveway.
Yep.
Every time I walked down the driveway to go check the mail, I'd get stung. Finally, one
Well,
night,
besides you, what the fuck?
one night I decided to go down and find it. Walked down there with a couple gallons of kerosene, torched that whole nest right up.
Yeah.
Threw a bunch of wood on it to keep the coals going all night.
I've mowed the top off a couple of them before.
The key is you have to go find their fucking exit hole. They have an exit hole, you know.
Yeah, it's called cornhole. It's funny how things come right around, isn't it?
Right?
Right. Just now you got me going. Now I want to go to the store.
Oh, they're so good, Mikey.
My wife thinks I'm fucking crazy. She's like, "Oh, those?" I said, "Oh my god." Anything with garlic's good. I mean, really. Think
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
You can't go wrong with garlic. That's why I love that hummus, the brown hummus with the garlic. Oh my god, I put that on a sandwich with no problem.
Never tried hummus.
It's good. I like it anyway.
It's just chickpeas.
Right.
So
Don't tell me what it is because I'm
I had
only
a couple
la la
of
la 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 la.
You don't want to know what it is.
It's got a grit to it.
it's
Well, you
just
pick
like
up the
it's like it's like refried beans, Mike. That's it.
Thanks. I hate those too. Every time I go to a friggin' taco restaurant, you know, to get a taco or a Mexican restaurant, I'm like, hey, can I get something without those fucking disgusting black beans in it?
And just go to Taco Bell. The food's not real anyway. So
Yeah.
Food ain't real anywhere.
Well, have
Except
you seen
fucking
KFC
semi-hours.
now? They've got plant-based.
I saw the damn commercial. I was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
What?
A bucket full of fake chicken.
you mean?
Fake chicken.
Fake chicken. KFC, you can buy a bucket of fake chicken from KFC.
That makes no sense.
Hey, I'm just telling you what the commercial. They were very proud of it too. Instead of the red on the KFC label, they changed it to green, and it's plant-based chicken. That's right, plant-based chicken.
See, this is all a bunch of fucking Southerners' faults because they come up with these stupid fucking ideas for everything.
Well, who wants to go to KFC and get fake chicken?
I know, but that is my favorite one to go to, though. Out of all of them, I like one. Well, and now I'm in love with the other one there.
Paul, do you remember back in the day, people driving around with fake phones?
Yeah,
You know, trying to act cool.
fake phones, fake girlfriends.
She wasn't fake. She lived in Canada. You just never met her.
She wasn't fake. I just deflated her every night of the week.
She was real to me, damn it.
When it comes to the chicken, man, I'll tell you what. I don't like Popeyes, but Popeyes has the best
Popeyes is
chicken
good.
sandwich. Like how they're all doing the chicken sandwich to try to compete with Chick-fil-A. Popeyes chicken sandwich is the fucking bomb.
They do have Popeyes does have a good chicken sandwich, but I'll tell you what, Chick-fil-A beats them.
You want the Popeyes challenge? Is eat a piece of Popeyes chicken and a biscuit with nothing to drink and see if you survive.
Pretty dry.
Oh
Why?
my god! Oh, their biscuits are
Popeye's
so dry.
chicken is awesome.
But their biscuits are so dry you can't even like
I'm
it's
not.
like
I don't
eating
think
sand.
so.
I'm not a. That and the what's the other thing they give you? Cornbread.
Wait a minute, you're from New England. How do you not like cornbread?
It wasn't invented up here, down there somewhere.
Doesn't matter. Beans and cornbread's a staple.
Are you out of your mind?
Pinto beans, cornbread with fried.
Hold
taters.
on. What is the most famous thing you can get in New England at a church social? What's it called?
Yellow-eyed beans and cornbread.
Beans.
Bean
It's
dinner.
called as bean supper.
Bean supper.
Bean supper.
Bean
Hot
supper.
dogs and beans.
Bean supper.
Hot dogs and beans on a Saturday night.
beans. You don't like beans though. I don't know how can you survive without it. That's New England. Beans.
Yeah,
supper.
I just ate, like, we had 3 days worth of pinto beans and bean soup or whatever. My wife made bean soup and cornbread and some taters. Only thing you can make it even better, top it off, is a fried pork chop with it.
Pork chop.
I had pulled pork tonight. Well, I made it. I didn't eat it.
Go quit pulling your pork.
Technically, the wife made it. She put it in a crock pot. And fucking two clothes was outside, put on the barbie.
Uh-oh.
Wind chill up here
That's-
today was just brutal.
It's still cold. It's like 4 degrees here right now.
Yeah, it's still cold up here too.
And the wind's still blowing. So I don't care. Good. It's farm all the ice I got.
Well, they're making ice tonight here. It's like 5 degrees and
Here
about
too.
a 10-mile-an-hour wind.
Well, up to Moosehead, they were saying what 14 below last night, and wind chill was like 38 below.
The problem is then it snows and then you get the slush.
Yeah,
You can't take a sled out there with the slush.
Those flat bottom ones, the plastic ones, work pretty good on slush because they they
Yeah.
kind of boaty acting.
But I mean, your snowmobiles, your four wheelers. You get caught in one of that, it's all over.
yeah, slush will hold you right up, bind you right in.
Yeah, then you screw because then it's going to freeze overnight and then you ain't never getting that buckling out.
That's why you usually got a couple buddies with you to help you get it out when you first get it stuck.
Yep.
Go run it through some of the powder, so you get it cleared out.
Hey, Hinder Collector.
Hey, Hinder Collector, what's up?
Hello.
Oh, you know who that is? I think that's what's his
Warp
name?
of the Sky.
Huh?
Warp of the Sky.
Yes. Is Dish wearing shorts? Actually, Dish is naked from the waist down.
Yeah, you ought to see our private dish cam over on the side.
Why do you think she's coming into my shanty?
Sponsored by Hellman's.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Hellman's, Dish, tell them what they did to you. Tell Johnny what they did to you.
What'd you do to me?
Mike,
What
you
the hell,
said never- You said never tell.
It involves Hellman's, obviously.
I hope it
Sorry, I
didn't
don't
involve.
remember. I probably blocked it, Mikey.
Johnny, I was at BJ's one day, right? And I walked by a fucking skid of Hellman's mayonnaise.
Oh,
So I took a picture of it and I sent it to Dish. I says, "Hey, your Christmas present's on its way."
What were you doing at BJ's? Is that what you were getting? Were you buying BJ's?
He was ordering.
He was ordering.
Ordering what?
What's
No,
BJ's?
shopping.
Service returning.
You have to
BJ's
explain what
like a
BJ's is.
Costco or a Sam's Club.
Oh,
Huh?
I said when you say BJ's, there's a lot of meaning for BJ's. No, I didn't know what a BJ's was.
BJ's. It's like a fucking.
cornhole.
It's like a Sam's Club or a Costco.
So I was going to a BJ's looking for some cornhole.
And that's when I realized they had to turn around. It was right behind me.
Hey, actually, they did have cornhole games in the BJ's the other day.
Cornhole and BJ's.
You just can't make this shit up.
This
Right.
this chat
Hey.
this chat will never be available for. It's not advertiser friendly. Is that what I used to say on all my videos? This
Hey,
video is not
what-
advertiser friendly.
Me and my oldest kid were in Bangor one day, and he just, for shits and giggles, hey Google, where can we get a blowjob in Bangor, Maine? First thing he came back was BJ's Wholesale Club.
Right down the street next to Dick's.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they're,
Hey,
so
SKS,
they're
what's up?
wholesale.
Hey, SKS.
Hope things are well.
Hey.
SKS, another one's been around for 100 years.
Oh, I know what BJ's is now. I seen a video where the lady comes running out of the Staples and she's like, they sell Staples at Staples. And then she runs over, then she looks over at the Dick's Sporting Goods, so she takes off running to the Dick's. And then the guy like watching the videos like shit, and he pulls up and he goes and he jumps in his car and he drives to the BJ's. Like, okay, I know what it is now.
No, Gunpowder, not brew house. It's like a Costco's.
Like a Costco or Costco's.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Hey, Michigan people, is it Myers or Meyer?
Meyer. Please, please say
Back
Meyer.
go look up the history of Meyer. They used to actually spell it Myers.
Well, it used to
Myers
be
what?
Myers Thrifty Acres.
Bingo.
Yes.
They had a cute jingle, Myers Thrifty Acres.
But now it's just Meyer. But everyone
Yes.
was like, let's go to Myers. I mean, you mean Meyer
Yeah, yeah, but everybody still works at Ford's.
at Ford's,
Yeah, in Kmart's.
Kmart,
And Walmart's. I hate it when people say Walmart.
going to Walmart's.
Yep. That's the thing.
I'm going to Walmart's because I'm all out of potatoes.
Potatoes.
And I ran into my Vietnamese neighbor.
There it is. Nami. It's the A you put in there.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Okay, let's ask the expert here. There's John Solar. Am I saying it wrong, John?
Say it again.
When you're from the country of Vietnam, you are Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, yes.
Because you said it different. When you
Did I
just
say it different?
without thinking about it,
Vietnamese.
somewhere you're putting an extra in there.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
No. Viet. What? The hell was that?
Vietnamese. Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. You be at my knees.
Vietnamese. Am I saying it right there? Vietnamese.
Better watch out about being on your knees.
Fuck you, man. I can't. This is gonna bug the shit out of me, man. I can't say it. Vietnamese.
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 Vietnamese. Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
There you go.
That's how I was always say it. Vietnamese.
No.
No. It sounds like if someone asks you where you're going to be, you're going to be at the knees.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Vietnamese.
What is wrong with you people?
There's a long, long list. It's at the library. You have to check it out.
Right?
They still make libraries?
Not sure.
We have one in our town. It's very nice.
The one in Bangor is right across the street from the strip joint. So,
But if you watch porn without headphones, they tend to walk over and tell you to leave.
Why is-
So
You're making Maine sound so messed up, Gerald.
well, John, it's true. Look where Diamond Strip Joint is, and look where the Bangor Public Library is.
You gotta
And
do, do something on lunch break.
The other funny thing about it is, it's only like 2 buildings down from the federal building
Oh,
on the
politicians,
same side of the street.
politicians are people too, right? I think I think Maine's the only place I've ever heard of ever where they had a topless donut shop.
Where was that?
Portland.
Oh,
They're down at the the heck's that place called? It's become a chain now. The big strip club there. I can't think of the name of it now. It's a very famous. I guess they're all over the country now. They bought. It used to be Mark's Show Place, but they had a donut shop there. Topless donut shop. It was the weirdest thing you ever saw. Go in there and pay $8 for a donut.
yeah, but the donuts are like really big because of their forming machine.
No, the donuts aren't very big at all. It's like a Tim Hortons.
Oh, what about the cream in your coffee?
Well, see, I didn't go in there because I'm cheap, so I automatically knew that was going to be an expensive donut.
Yeah, $8
Not cheap,
donut.
cruel.
I'd be
Cheap.
if I got an $8 donut, I'd be putting that on a china plate and eating it with a fork and a knife.
Well, hell, have you been to Dunkin's lately to get a dozen donuts?
No,
Those
Yeah,
aren't even
That's $4
donuts.
Stupid.
They're not even donuts.
well, they don't even make them. There's no
They don't
Dunkin'
make
Donuts
them
that make.
anymore.
They don't make donuts. I showed up at the one down here in Biddeford, and I think I don't know
I just
why
drove by there the other day.
I was there for way too early, way too early. And I got there, but they should have been open at 5:00. And I was like, "What's going on? What is this?" I go up there, and there's this giant rolling rack, huge rolling rack. It's all just full of trays of donuts. It's just sitting outside.
Huh, free.
Oh, they
Just
make
sitting there.
well. They've got a bakery in Bangor out on Outer Hammond Street, and from that bakery they ship them out to all the local Dunkins right in the area every morning.
Say they make them.
I was going to say because I just was standing going, well, how is this even remotely okay? I could be sitting there spitting on the donuts. I could be a weirdo. I could be.
Well, they're
Who
supposed to have somebody there to take them right in.
Oh, they had in their defense they had that powerful shrink wrap, the little.
Yeah.
There was a shield of plastic wrap around them, so there was that. Yeah, nobody there. Place was closed. Couldn't get a coffee.
Yeah, what happened to them being open 24 hours? They all close at like 10 o'clock now.
Yep.
Well, hell, around here they've been closing at 3 in the afternoon because they can't get any help.
Yeah, that's what they keep saying. They're also not hiring.
Everyone's complaining. Well, I mean, you're supposed to be on welfare, so supposed to be at home. Okie doke.
I seen a little tidbit about a politician lady says, COVID relief and welfare for everyone unless you're white.
Sucks
So
to
they are-
be you guys. I'm glad I'm not white.
Well, I identify as a Native American, so
Well, you're just a savage then. I watched an interesting video where this girl was trying to say that she was indigenous and that anarchy, we needed a country of anarchy, and she was anti-colonization in the United States, and white people colonized it, and that indigenous people and Indian tribes were all anarchists and blah blah blah. And this guy just schooled the hell out of her. Like, how can you say that the Native Americans were anarchists? She's like, because they didn't follow rules or guidelines or anything to govern. He's like, they all set their own government. They had territories. They worked out trade agreements with other tribes. They had a chief of each tribe who was your leader, and you had
Right.
warriors who were your army. He was like, they had
I
a
think-
system of government.
they had rules that if
They had
you
a system of
didn't
government,
follow
but they didn't. They had a system. They had a system of government, yes, where the Seminoles took this area, the fucking Blackfoot took this area.
Yeah, Cherokees and Apaches.
Cherokees took-
yeah.
Okay, right.
But they all invaded
Once-
each other and killed each other like
You
savages
ready?
before
Once-
we were here.
Once they set up their thing, once they set up their territories, they didn't have rules among their tribe. There were no. So she's technically right.
No, she's 100% wrong. Because
Okay.
you didn't do shit without the permission from the chief and the elders.
Chief
If
and
the,
the-
if
but
the
they
chief
weren't-
wasn't happy, you weren't in the tribe long.
Never mind. You're not hearing me. It's okay.
I'm hearing you. You're just not making sense.
It's not important. Relax. It's all good.
Man. See what happens when you can't win an argument? You just give up and quit and name call.
Nah, because I don't want to. I'm done
Liberal.
arguing. I like to have fun and enjoy myself. I'm done arguing.
Well, they had to have simple rules they had to follow.
too tired to
If
argue.
not,
They're not. It wasn't. It wasn't. They didn't write out the fucking rules and say this is what's going to happen to you if this happens. That's what I think what the woman meant. Because there's been a lot of talks, a lot of chats on that. When they mean like rules, like we have rule books, right? We have laws that are written out what you can do, what you can't do. Native Americans did not write down laws. They might have had to ask the fucking chief, but didn't have to write down laws. What can I do this? Can I do that? Can't do this? Can't do that.
They
Well,
know
they-
what
they
they
weren't
knew what they
anarchists.
could do
Thank
and
you.
what
They
they
didn't
couldn't
invent the
do.
typewriter yet.
What, Stevie?
That's logical. They didn't have typewriters.
Okay, but my point is, Steve, even did Steve,
You're talking
Yes,
about
but-
universal rules, written rules for everybody.
they didn't They didn't have you exactly. That's all I'm trying to say.
They had the unwritten laws.
Yeah, rule
They
number
knew
one:
what
don't
they could-
sleep with
They knew what
chief's
they
wife.
could do and what they couldn't do. They were raised to know right from wrong to start off with. They didn't need the written rules.
You know,
I
they
just,
knew
I
growing
just
up.
think it's comical when these people want to try to push this whole indigenous people bullshit, like fake narrative that they want to push when they're trying to protest and everything. That these people didn't kill each other before the white man stepped foot on, North American land.
Yeah, right.
Like they were all fucking peace, love, and bubblegum and shit.
Nope.
Well, if you look at a map of Maine, the Indians own quite a chunk of it.
They actually owned all of it.
What's that?
Well,
It might not have been.
at one time they owned it all,
Yeah.
but now they still own a big part of it with all the Indian settlements they did back, government settlements they had with them.
And the stolen land, I love pissing them off when they talk about this land was stolen. No, it was conquered. That really pisses them off when you tell them it was conquered.
Yeah, well, either way, it was right.
And bought.
Yeah, and bought.
You know,
Not
kind of like,
very high price, but it
people
was
don't like my
bought.
T-shirt. Kind of like people don't like my T-shirt that has all the fucking Indian chiefs on. It has like 4 or 5, Sitting Bull, all the top Indian chiefs on my fucking T-shirt. And it says fighting terrorism since 1492, and people get all pissy that I wear that T-shirt.
Really, I love that.
But it's the absolute fucking truth. So-
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, let's not. People get pissy when they say, the white people came, and all that, and all they wanted to do is, wanted to share the land. You didn't want to share shit. Number one, don't fucking lie. Say it what it is. You went, you wanted the land, you conquered it, you got it,
Conquered
and then
it.
you
Damn
stuck
straight.
them on the fucking reservations for like they're fucking cattle. Let me get me fucking going, and then
They didn't have to go. They could have fought back.
Ohio, stop. To top it all off, they bring fucking smallpox over, wipe out half the fucking people anyway. So they had no problem.
Make your own fucking blankets then.
The Native
Goddamn
Americans didn't have
welfare
smallpox outbreak. We brought it fucking from wherever the fuck country they came from. So
We gave it to them on purpose.
yeah, no shit, probably.
Yeah,
No,
it
we
was.
did. That was part of
It
the
was to
battle
thin their
plan.
population down and break their spirit.
Yeah. Well, I don't
I'm
think it's right.
gonna-
That's why
I'm
I
gonna
fucking root
boogie
for all
Mike.
of them.
I'm gonna
What?
boogie Mike. Have a good one.
All right, kid.
Hey,
Good
have
seeing
a
you.
good night.
Hey, John.
All right. See you.
That's why I root for all of them. Anything they get, I go get it. Get what you can.
All right, who's heavy breathing? Ohio, you're the only one with the camera off.
I wasn't heavy breathing.
I think it's the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
There's my doggy.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. What? There's a
So I
lot.
have no problem with the people that
There's a
want
lot.
to talk about history and stuff, as long as they want to talk about history and get it right. I
Yeah.
have problems with the 22-year-old white female liberal who thinks that she's an indigenous person and that fucking skin's paler than mine, and wants to call other people the white man and say that, you know, the white man is destroying her people. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They're just all confused.
Well, then she also identified, she said, because she was fighting with this guy about it was, I don't know what city it was in, probably Seattle or some bullshit, you know where Antifa is. And they were protesting this spa that did not allow transgender men, you know, or transgender women, however you want to say it, a man dressed as a woman into a spa restroom with young children and other women. That they didn't like it. The women complained that they didn't want that in their spa, and these people were like, "Well, she's a trans woman, so therefore she's a woman." So they're protesting the whole thing. They're protesting the spa, saying that, you know, anyone should be able to use that bathroom. And then this guy was saying, well, shouldn't women and children have the right to feel safe when they're in a bathroom and not be in, you know? And she's like, no, that's their problem. That's their problem if they don't feel safe. That's transphobic. So she identified herself as get this, biological female, transgender, cis female, non-binary. And I instantly thought, no, you identify as fucking crazy is what you identify, because you can't be any of those. You can't even take two of those and be both of them. There's no way. Out of those four things that she identifies with, you can't mix any of them up. You have to be one, and that's it. You pick one.
Well, when they do that, all they're trying to do is keep all doors open all the time.
It's ridiculous. And I'm on my soapbox. Here I go. I'm on my soapbox. And I'm sick of people forcing shit that say that I have to believe that way. I don't have to believe that. If you think that you're a fucking woman, then that's up to you, but I don't have to think that way.
Well, it's funny when they force you to think like them, they're doing exactly what they're accusing you of.
Fascism. Yeah. You're right. You have every right to your opinion, but
if you look at
you
it,
can't force me to believe in your opinion.
right? You cannot force them to believe in it, just like you can't force them to believe that your way. So where do you stand still,
Well,
right?
my way's right, Mike.
Well, no, that's opinion. Okay, that's opinion.
No,
So-
I understand. Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
So therefore, what do? We're human beings. My thing is guess what? Find a happy fucking medium and talk and get there. I'm so sick and tired of the fucking back and forth banter. It gets. I don't even talk about shit anymore. It just.
Yeah.
It gets to me so bad that
How
you
bad?
can't look at another person's point of view just because it might be the most, silliest fucking thing in the world, or you might think it's silly, or you might think it's wrong, whatever you might think, right? But you still can't look at their opinion because you think it's wrong.
Let's get back to the old.
It's like Marilyn Manson.
way.
Everybody loved Marilyn Manson. I thought his fucking music sucked. I thought the way he dressed and looked sucked. But he's a great musician. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How about we go back to the old school? You do you, and I'll do me, and as long as you're not hurting anybody, what's the problem?
Because there's always going to be those that are going to be, they shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Why are you in this bathroom?
I'm triggered.
I'm triggered.
Fuck kids. I'm so tired of hearing somebody say, "Oh, you can't come in this bathroom because you're not." Shut the fuck up at the toilet. I'm shitting in it. You know what I mean? Knock it off. Fuck. I can't tell you how many times I walk into a fucking girl's room, especially at a gas station or something. If the guy's room was full, right in the girl's room, lock the door. See you later, bye. I ain't waiting for nobody. It's all about me. I gotta go. I do it all the time too. All the time. And I come out, I get the looks. I'm like, yeah, I know it says ladies. Don't worry about it. Well, guess what? I had to go.
No, Susie, it's gray. I got a streak of gray in my hair. It's not blue.
I think it's all the reflection from all the blue on the computer screen.
Oh, okay. That could be.
Is
Well, yeah.
gunpowder beauty?
How the fuck long have you been down there?
Long enough to sit there and hear you talking about going to the girls' bathroom.
Uh, how come you didn't come
Yeah,
on
right
before
on.
then?
I
Nitwit?
agree with what you're saying, Gunpowder. And there's a lot of pervies that will use that as an excuse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but there's a lot of
and
people that
I mean,
you might think are pervy, they're not too. So
well, listen, it's plain and simple. I've got kids, and if someone with a dick is in the female restroom and
Yeah.
they're trying to catch a glimpse or trying to get handsy, I mean, if
Yeah.
they're getting handsy, they're catching a 45 real
does it
fucking
matter if they
quick.
have a dick or not? Does
But
it matter? Does it matter if they're getting handy whether they have a dick or a vagina?
Yeah, true that.
Does it matter if they have a dick
very,
or a
very
vagina?
true.
Huh?
Very true. I mean, it
Okay,
doesn't
then.
really
So
matter.
that's- so-
If you're getting
So
handsy with my
don't worry
kid,
about the handsy shit because both sides can be handsy. So go ahead, finish what you was going to say.
Dish,
But-
is that a Heineken? I'm like, damn, girl, you don't drink what? What?
It's
Go ahead,
water.
I'm listening.
Oh wait, hang on. I
But-
stepped away. Gunpowder's now. Somebody must have pissed her off. She's on panel. What's up? Hi, darling.
hi, darling, I'm gonna quit you. But
Is she gonna quit me or cut me?
So
Both.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You and your daughter are in a fucking stall doing your thing. I come walking in because I got to take a piss. So I go in the next stall over and I take a piss. Does that mean I'm a fucking perv? No. That means I have to take a fucking piss. And I want to take a piss. I don't feel like waiting in line.
I have an issue with it.
Well, then too bad.
I would follow you in and beat your ass for being in there with my wife and my daughter.
Too bad.
Too bad for you because I'd beat your fucking ass.
And you'd go to
Well,
jail.
That eyeball don't hit that crack in the door.
Are you kidding me? The
You're
fuck?
fine. I personally couldn't do it because I, shy in that way.
I'm not
There's
shy in
no,
that way.
there's
I gotta
no
go.
way
I
a
gotta
grown
go.
ass man should be in a woman's restroom with a
Oh,
with
Jesus Christ.
a child. If a woman takes her child in there, there's no way a grown ass man should be in a women's restroom.
and it's
No.
really just plain and simple. They have lots of other bathrooms, and dudes don't belong in a women's restroom.
If you got a dick,
I
you
get
go
it.
to the men's
But
room.
I'm just saying. I
I don't care if you're wearing a wig and you got fake tits. If you got a dick, you go to the men's room. 'Cause that's what you are.
Poor Rosie.
Rosie's not only poor, she's ugly too. And I did say she, so I didn't misgender either. So anyone wants to come at me with that bullshit too.
like I said, both sides just have to fucking relax.
Between every fucking two men's room and women's room, there's always a family bathroom
The
too.
problem
if it's
is
empty,
that-
go in there. It's only one toilet.
Well, if it's a family bathroom, which means it has something that you can change your kid's ass with and all that, why don't you take your kid in that one?
Well, maybe my kid's older than doesn't need the fucking ass wiping.
The problem is that you think, in your conscience somewhere, you think that if there's a guy dressing like a girl, you don't think it's right, and he must be a perv, therefore it's wrong. That's the problem you're having right now.
See, there's a YouTube
No,
calling
the
right now.
problem
getting ready
I
to shut us
have,
down.
the problem I have is in my past, I've had the fucking experience of a grown man going into a fucking girl's bathroom and sexually assaulting somebody. So from
Okay.
my history, I can
And
tell
that
you they
sucks.
don't fucking belong there.
And that sucks and that's wrong. And all I'm trying to say is that somebody who's obviously like Jen, right? Dish.
Yeah.
She might have still had a penis, but guess what? Her life was all woman. You know what I mean? Am I right, Dish, or am I wrong?
Oh, she was messed up pretty bad.
No, I know that, but did she live the life as a woman? Correct?
Yes, she did. He did.
Okay.
Lesbian.
So my thing is that you're living that way. You know what I'm saying?
I understand the living that way, but did she have a girlfriend or a boyfriend?
I don't know. I don't
I
ask
think
those
she
questions.
dug chicks.
look, dude, I'm not. That shit don't even bother me. It's just, it's psychologists don't even understand it. Why the fuck do you think we're trying to? How the fuck do you think we're supposed to understand?
That's true.
It is what it is, dude. It's. I'll tell you what, and I've said it 9 million times. It's bad enough the ping pong match in somebody's head, whether they should come out being gay or not, gay or lesbian or not, to their parents, to their friends, to their family. Okay, the ping pong match that might take that goes inside their head. I wouldn't want to deal with that for fucking 30 seconds. Okay, now you have people that are trapped in in their mind. They want to be either a male or a female, but their body's the other way. Okay, it's their mind, and if that's what they truly want to, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to be them, and I wouldn't want to be inside their mind for 30 seconds either. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Because that's just
some of the point of the conversation got wiggled off. Everybody that disagreed with it because there are men who will put on a fucking dress,
yes,
perverts, and go
Yeah.
into
Correct.
a ladies' bathroom
correct,
trying to
Correct.
get a free,
correct, and that's unfortunate.
Well, the
That-
acts of a few make the rules for the rest.
That should go without saying, right?
absolutely.
But
But that's what most people are afraid of.
Yep.
well,
Like I say, I live by you do you, and I'll do
that's what I'm
me,
saying.
as long as we're not hurting nobody.
And that's what I mean. If I want to go in a fucking bathroom, and because my fucking men's room is, there's somebody in there, I gotta wait for him. And the woman's room was open. I'm going to the fucking woman's room.
Yeah, but Mikey, stopping at like a Circle K or something like that, and Irving's to stop and use the bathroom. Even if it's the women's room, there's still only one toilet in there and a lock on the door. So it's not like you're in there with some mother and her kid in the next stall because there ain't a next stall.
Okay. But I
So,
would do
yeah,
it.
in that case,
Look at-
not a problem with it. But
I
say
actually pissed on it.
at Walmart,
I
you're not
actually
going
pissed
to walk into the women's room.
I actually pissed in the fucking ladies' room at Gillette Stadium, and nobody said a fucking word. So.
They
Not a
can't
word.
nowadays.
No, they're not allowed to
Rules.
I
anymore.
didn't say a word. I was 3 sheets of. I was drinking back then. This is way back in the 90s. Way back in the 90s, and I was, I'm like,
You're lucky-
and the
you're
fucking
lucky.
line was so fucking long, and I'm like, I was like minutes away, not even seconds away from fucking grabbing
Ain't gonna make it.
grabbing a bottle out of the fucking trash,
You actually feel that cold sweat start.
and then just
Oh my god!
and then asking somebody going in the thing and ask them to cut the neck off it so I can piss in it, and then finally I just said, you know what, the fucking girls' room line is just like flying by. So
See,
I went in
usually
the
it's
out.
the opposite.
I went in the
Usually
outdoor.
The girls' line is the long one because I've been at a stadium and had two girls come in there and grab one of the stalls.
I went in the outdoor. And
I'm sorry for that. I really had to pee that day. I
looked
couldn't
at
hold
the
it anymore.
girl.
Sorry.
Well, just to let you know, it shut me right the hell down.
I looked at the girl and I said, she goes, this one, this one, this one. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I went in, boom. I was, oh my God. Because I'm one of those guys, if I got to piss, I got to go. I don't care. I just don't care.
Right. You got to practice your Kegels, Mike.
When you gotta go, I don't even know that Kegels can freaking help because I practice Kegels and this kid hits my bladder and I gotta freaking go
Hello.
every
Oh, it
15
sucks.
damn minutes. I can't even make it one trip to town. Like it's 30 miles.
Jojo,
You know
what
what
did
it's
you
like
give me?
having to pee every 15 minutes? It's crazy.
I didn't even have a knife for me last time I saw Jerry and his wife and Mikey. I peed at a guy's bathroom. because the woman was too long. Yeah, see what I'm saying, Susie? And it's like nobody cares, you know.
Like you had to borrow a knife from me that day to cut
And why did I borrow a knife?
Cut open a piss bottle.
Thank you. It's just because I'm terrible and I do. If I don't have a Dunkin' Donuts cup that's like this big, and I got a Pepsi bottle, I cut the neck off a fucking Pepsi bottle, and for whatever reason, I never have a fucking knife. And I know the reason is because I left one of my front seat of my fucking car that morning. But anywho, I said to Jerry, "You got a knife on you?" He says, "Of course I do." I says, "Can I see it for a minute?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Thank you. Here you go." He said, "What are you doing?" I goes, "Don't ask questions you don't want to hear an answer to."
Probably when he was cutting a porcelain bottle, I'd have given him the other knife.
It's just, I don't know. I just, that way there, I don't have to stop either, 70 miles an hour taking a piss. There you go. You're good.
Okay, I'm confused here. You just read a comment from Susie?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How come I don't see it?
I don't know. It came out at 12:35 a.m.
It's
That's
right
what-
above Buddy Light's comment
in
that says
between-
some
it's in between-
diabetic medication makes you feel light.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
not on the YouTube side.
Oh, really? Yeah.
No.
Susie Scott wrote at 12:35 a.m. Mikey, I peed at a guy's bathroom because the woman's was too long. And here's the funny thing:
That's
when
weird.
she did that, I'm quite sure not one guy said, "Oh, get out of here."
Hey, here's
No.
the good thing about
Knock
living
yourself
up
out,
in this
kid.
area.
You got to pee. You got to pee. I wouldn't fucking sit on the seat though after being in the guy's room.
Oh,
You
I
know?
bet you because she wrote the word P. No, Buddy Light just wrote it.
She would peed PED.
Cookie
But he wrote.
Dough.
Buddy Light wrote P too. He didn't.
Yeah, yeah. That's weird.
What? She's not on the Yahoo side. Yeah, the Yahoo. Jesus Christ, Dish tonight with the Yahoo.
Holy shit.
She's not on the YouTube side of it.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, her last comment is way up and it says dish. That was a long time ago.
Really? 12:24 she wrote Dish, and 12:35 she wrote this one. Yeah. So speaking of P-Wells, go girl, check. No, but I get it. I mean, it's
Of course, I was muted.
when people are being ignorant and they're gonna do.
Wow, look at me spelling wrong. Ooh.
You're gonna have to click it over
That's
to
good.
live
Yeah,
chat
yeah.
because it's not showing up on the top chat.
Oh,
What
What did I
that-
fuck it up or something?
that's what it. No, it's me. I got top chat on, not live chat.
Oh,
That's weird. That's the only comment I think I missed all night. And there, it is. There it is. Huh.
Mikey, that's a good thing about living up here. You gotta go, you just pull over and go.
Right.
yeah. It all depends. If you're not on 95, though, you can't do that. You get killed.
No, you can't do that on 95. No.
They got 2 lanes. It's a 2-lane highway after so long, right? And then there is no breakdown lane, and
Right.
if there is a breakdown lane, the guardrail's like you're right beside it.
Yeah.
So your front
Oh.
tire's on the white line on the highway. People will fucking hit your mirror. So they made a law, the move over law. You have to move over. If you don't move over, you're gonna get a ticket.
Yep.
Which to me, one of these things, Stevie, right, is like, why do you need a law for doing something?
Common courtesy.
Yeah,
And the thing is, I've seen people follow the law and actually run somebody on the other side of them off the road because they just,
yeah. They just move right over. They don't do it safely.
Mikey, there's a law because people don't have common courtesy and common sense anymore.
Oh.
oh yeah. Oh, yeah,
We
that.
all no. See, in Massachusetts, they have that law, but people still don't pay attention to it.
Exactly.
But up in
Well,
Maine,
it started off with police having
But-
somebody pulled
right,
over.
well, that's how it started off here, right? And
Yeah.
actually, it still is in Mass. In Mass, it says emergency vehicles and what?
It's usually
emergency
emergency
and something.
vehicles, tow trucks, and stuff like that.
Right, but it's not. I got mad when the law first come out because it didn't include you or I breaking down. Okay, and that's what pissed me off. Well, why? What makes the fucking tow truck and the fucking cops and the firemen more important than some lady that got a fucking flat? She can't do anything. You know what I mean? So it's
Well,
like,
Yeah, true.
in Maine, you've only got to give.
so they should have just said, they should have just made the law, you know, and it's called the move over law, that if anybody's in a breakdown lane, you move the fuck over or you
Yeah.
slow down. That's how it's written up. You
Well,
have to
they
move
should have
over
put a
or go to a
Part B.
slower, a really, really slow speed.
See, in Maine, it's
So-
an emergency vehicle law.
Right.
There's an
Only for emergency vehicle.
you got to give them room.
Right.
But if just some poor sucker broke down on the
You
side
can
of the
go
road,
right by him.
they'll
But what
blow
do they
right
do?
by
Though?
it.
But they don't do that though.
But
Not-
if you get up north of Bangor and that shit, the shoulders are wide enough to pull over. And if you are pulled over, one or two of the cars are going to stop to ask you if you need assistance.
Right.
Right.
But a lot of the people on 95 will pull over, even down south in Scarborough area and all that. They do pull over. Like if they're right in the first lane and you're broke down in the
Yeah.
breakdown lane, they do move over for you. Which
What
I
they
think
need-
is cool.
need to do
Yeah, but how
without
many of them
Part
pull
B to
over and
that,
stop if you see if you need
Well,
assistance?
not down that far south.
Because I've on the highway a lot lately, and I've seen it where somebody tries to get over, and the asshole in the next lane
Yeah, God
blocks
forbid.
them.
I know, because people suck. I tell my wife all the time, I says, honey, people just suck. And
They
I'm
do.
like, she wants to know why I just want to move and not deal with people.
It makes me want to buy a 1971 Ford LTD and just fucking ram people. And it's
Yep.
You know?
Put the old brush guard around the
come
front.
getting on the freeway. Here I come. Got my turn signal on. Fuck it. If my turn signal was on, I can't help it. That people that don't allow you to merge
Yeah.
when you're trying to get on the freeway. And
Well,
I hate
is it
people that don't
merged?
allow me to merge, and then I hate people that are merging and I'm behind them and they're trying to get on the freeway at 35 fucking mile an hour.
Yeah.
Is it merge or yield? There's two different things. Is it merge sign or a yield sign?
See, here in
Uh,
Maine, it's a yield sign.
In
Most-
Ohio, it's a
Most of
merge.
the marriage.
You're
Okay.
to merge.
In Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, Rhode Island, Connecticut, right? It's a yield sign. The problem is that we have people that think
Yeah.
because they're on an off ramp, right?
They fucking stop at the bottom of it.
No, they have the right. You're supposed to. You're not supposed
No,
to stop.
you don't
You're
supposed to stop.
You're supposed
Okay.
to yield.
You know, okay, right. You're supposed to yield. It doesn't give you license to pull onto a highway. I don't give a fuck if it's 35 or 105. It doesn't give you license if I'm in the first lane to like beep your horn at me because I'm supposed to let you in. No, I'm not supposed to let you.
Well, you're not supposed to be
yield.
driving in the first lane.
What?
There's only 2 lanes up here.
Oh, you don't have 3 lanes?
No,
I have 4 lanes of highway.
yeah,
Well, I'm
but
just
what,
saying, like when you have a 3-lane highway here, the right lane is for merging on and getting off the road.
Yeah, you
The
don't want
middle
to.
lane is the drive lane, and the left lane is the passing lane.
Yeah, you don't want to come to Massachusetts. Trust me. Don't
Mike-
ever try to
Mikey, here's the way I look at it. Where Maine drops down to 2 lanes from 3, from that point down is where 2/3 of the population is.
Yeah, I know that.
Well,
That's
then you
the
got people in like Pennsylvania that drive like 60 mile an hour all the way down the ramp, and they get to where you're supposed to merge
then
over,
they
and they
hit the
slam on the
brake.
brakes and stop.
Yep.
And then they look for the traffic to clear.
See, my thing is that if you're on an off ramp and you get in front of me, that's cool. But like you just said, I'm on the highway in the first lane because up here you can travel in the first lane. Okay. And it's not my job to have to move over. You have to wait. That means now if I'm doing 60 miles an hour, all you have to do is tap your brake for maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and I'm by you. And then you can come on. You don't have to slam on your brake. You don't have to 2-foot your brakes. You just touch your brake. Let mathematics deal with it. You ready? If I'm going X amount of miles an hour and you're a little bit ahead of me but going slower, all you have to do is tap your brake, and what happens? I go by you.
Yeah, but there's also dumbasses or assholes that just like to speed up too.
True. But
Well,
I don't.
Mikey,
If I'm in the truck, I don't move. I'm in the truck. I very rarely, if I'm coming up to an off ramp and I see a bunch of cars coming on the highway, yeah, I'll move over to the left lane if I can. If not, I
Yeah,
have
that's
to wait
just
for it.
fucking common courtesy
Yeah,
right there.
But yeah, I move over. I move over to the left lane.
well, like up
But
here,
if I'm already in the, if I'm already in the first lane, and you're hurrying to get in front of me because I can't be behind the truck, guess what? You're gonna lose that battle. I guarantee
Maybe,
it.
maybe not.
You're gonna kiss the guardrail, or something. I'll guarantee you. If I'm there before you, you're not gonna get in front. You're gonna kiss the guardrail. I can't stand people like that.
Well, see, I have different rules I think that we should go by in this country. I think that from 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., larger trucks and semis should be taking their break. That's when they take their break. Okay? Let the little four-wheelers and the cars get to work, all right? And then from 7:30 a.m. until fucking 5:30 p.m., the trucks and semis can travel any road they want all the time. Go, delivery, make your deliveries, all that stuff. Then take another break. Let the people get home after, from 5 o'clock to 6
Thank
o'clock.
God you ain't running.
Hang on. Hear me out.
Politician.
And then from noon till 1, women with children should not be taking their fucking kids to McDonald's and shit for lunch. Let the people that work during the day get in and get out and get their fucking lunch.
All right, that's where I draw
If
the
you want to take
line.
your child to McDonald's, take your child to McDonald's from 10:30 to 11:30, and then from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Let people.
You're cutting in. You're cutting in on my nap times, bro.
There was nothing worse for me that when I had like a 15 fucking minute break and that's all I got all day to go get something to eat was to walk into McDonald's and have like 13 women there with like 40 fucking kids all wanting Happy Meals and blah, 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 and I don't want this toy and I don't want that toy. And it's just like,
Fucking
So,
soccer
shame
Bob.
on you.
hey,
Shame on you for not using a drive-through. Number one. Okay.
not every fucking
Oh,
restaurant
you
has a
spend
drive-through
way
here,
more
man.
time. You spend way more time stuck in fucking drive-through than getting out of your car
Oh,
going
tell
inside.
ya.
Fuck that drive-through bullshit.
Especially,
And they always fuck you in the drive-through. You get out, you turn the corner, and you're like, "There's no fucking meat on this goddamn burger," or "I said no pickles, and you put extra pickles on it," or "Where's my fucking? I ordered 2 fries."
That
You know?
that was the best scene ever in that movie. Like I always say, why don't you ever go through the drive-through? Because they fuck you. They
'Cause they
fuck you.
always
going
fuck
through
you in the
the
drive-thru.
Fuck yeah.
it's like
I love that
in
scene,
Hampshire,
man.
in the state of New Hampshire and Maine, semi trucks and large trucks like the one I drive, they can drive if on a 4-lane highway, they can use all 4 lanes. Okay. In Massachusetts, on a 4-lane highway, trucks can only use the first 2 lanes.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the way it should be. Them
Okay.
fuckers need to stay out of the left-hand lane.
Fuck that. Fuck that. The
Dude,
truck
if
should be able
you
to fuck
can't
in any lane
fucking
you
do
want.
90, then you shouldn't be in that lane.
First of all, listen to me.
There's nothing worse than a truck. Okay, there's nothing worse than a fucking truck passing another truck, and the truck that's doing the passing is doing 56, passing a
Yeah.
truck that's doing 55.
Well,
And
my
you got to
truck
right
does
behind
70.
them, and it takes them 17 fucking miles to pass them.
My truck does 73, so I'll do what I want. But a lot of those semi trucks, especially the over the road guys, those things they'll get up and do 100 miles an hour easy.
Oh, I know they will. I've rode in semis. I know how fast they
Unless the
fucking go. So
Canadian
don't,
trucks.
so don't
know.
give me your bullshit when you're doing 35 miles an hour. I know a truck goes faster than
But
that.
it all depends. The other guys though, like
Swift.
FedEx and UPS, they have governors on them.
But
So-
Mike, so don't those Canadian trucks coming down through here?
They'll have a sign on their tailgate. When in their back door, it'll say, "This truck is GPS monitored at 64 miles an hour or 67 miles an hour." Go
Speaking of
around.
Okay, well,
Canadian-
keep your under 70 ass truck out of the left lane is what we're
Well,
saying, because
right.
we go
Like that.
70 in our left lane.
I think the Canadian trucks can only go 60.
No,
Well, then they shouldn't
Canadian trucks
be
go
on
a lot
the US
faster than
roads.
60.
It
The
it
speed
all
limit
depends
here
on
is
what
70.
province they come out of. If they come out of Quebec or Ontario, they're supposed to be governed at 60.
Oh.
Well,
That's the Canadian rule.
Speaking of Canadian truck drivers, the Biden administration requires all Canadian truck drivers entering the U.S. to have a vaccine. But
Yeah.
now the illegal immigrants that are brought into this country are given the option. And only like 38% of them have taken the vaccine, and you have 70 some percent, almost 70% of the illegal immigrants that's coming into this country has tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, but Ohio, effective as of January 15th, any American truck drivers going into Canada have to show proof of being vaccinated and boosted.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Canada.
Get
But, I
get
mean,
ready to have a lot more shelves empty.
Yep.
Hey, that's what it is.
But why in order to make a delivery you got to be vaccinated, but then you can, as long as you're coming to vote Democrat, you don't have to.
Yep. Exactly.
Aw, darling, they don't even have to have a fucking pulse to vote Democrat. Why should they have to have a shot?
Or ID anymore.
Yeah, or ID.
You know, I tried to
What
vote.
do you mean
without
anymore?
an-
They didn't do it up here for the longest time.
I tried to vote without an ID, and they wouldn't let me. My wife got mad at me because I was causing a scene.
It's supposed to be a new thing.
I walked in and I was like, "I'm here to vote," and they're like, "I need to see your ID." I'm like, "I don't have to show an ID to vote. It's a constitutional right." They're like, "You have to show an ID in Ohio." And I was like, "Well, how come everyone says I don't have to?" And I was just, I have no problem showing an ID to vote. I think you should, but I was just doing it to fucking
Proving a
do it.
point. Yeah, to prove a point.
And they made me show an ID. And she's like, "You don't have an ID?" I'm like, "I've got like 4 IDs. Which one you want?" And I was like, "I just thought that I didn't have to show an ID." Or like, technically, you don't have to show an ID. You can show a phone bill or electric bill. And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well,
They asked me for an ID.
they
Once.
always have. Ever since
Once.
since I was 18 years old, I've been asked to show an ID. So I don't know where these people are getting that they can vote without an ID. It must be other states.
I got pissed.
I've
when they
always
asked me
had
why.
to show an ID for the simple fact that my dad and I share the same first name and the same last name. I've never been able to not have to show an ID.
I gotta run upstairs now. My damn battery's almost dead.
Walk, don't run. You'll hurt yourself.
Thank
Tighten
God
your,
we
tighten
didn't
your
have
belt
to
before you go up in steps
behind.
this time.
Oh, but why?
No, it's just getting stupid. Like I said, this is why I just want to go on a fucking and not be bothered.
Closer I get to nature, the farther I get away from idiots. It's really nice.
I just can't deal with them anymore.
Hey, baby, you want to start a donut shop that's they serve donuts topless?
Did you just call me baby?
No, I think she's talking to her, baby.
I thought you were talking to me too. Jesus, you gotta be more specific when you say baby.
John already talked about the one they got in Portland.
Oh, that thing's been there for
You know-
years. The one in Portland's been there for
Apparently,
years.
he don't want to start a donut shop where they serve donuts topless. I mean, I'm not saying you got to be topless, but we can hire people to be topless. No,
It's
You know,
already done.
you're kind of a party pooper. I mean, it's almost midnight, and what sounds better than getting some donuts and seeing some titties?
True.
I think I'm in love.
Boobies are great.
Not all, but most.
Most. I have
Listen.
seen some deflated boob.
Listen,
But even on a bad day, a deflated boob is still a good boob.
if you've seen one boob, then hell, you want to see the rest of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Bass,
And then
Bass
I've
Pro
seen some
selling-
really big boobs that make me just I feel sorry for the person because you know them bitches are so big. She's got some back pain, and you're just like, oh, darling, you definitely need a supersized over the shoulder boulder holder from them things because that's. Let me buy you a bottle of aspirin or something. You're making me hurt.
In other news, with the Ruger LC9s, the semi-autos that they're selling for $380.
Yeah, what about them?
Isn't that a little low?
Yeah,
Ruger LC9 for how much?
$380.
$380
high.
bucks.
Yeah, they're less than 300. You can get them for like 249, 269.
I was
I
gonna
think
say,
my brother- I think
seen
my
one
brother
guns
bought
worth
his.
$299.
I think my brother bought his. It was almost 400. It was almost 400. Was it just over $400? I think he spent.
Yeah, but you got to remember those are Massachusetts prices.
Yeah, that's true. Everything is expensive here, so. And then you got to pay the 6.25 fucking sales tax.
Well, when I bought my
Oh,
Canic,
bless your heart.
back when I bought my Canic, I bought that and 4 boxes of ammo, and it cost me $429.
Yeah, LC9S, which is the striker fired one. Arcade Guns has it for $309.
Yeah, this is on this is at what do you call it too, to boot. This is at Bass Pro.
Yeah, so you got the markup and everything.
It's a little bit higher to begin with, but
You can
But
get
still.
one for $399 with a laser.
the Northeast is just fucking stupid lately. I do like that. I've always liked that shotgun though. I put it on the
3964 radio.
oh, what's that site? Not what the fuck? It wasn't it.
Green ass cars.
What was it? Ohio. Didn't you give me a name of a site for guns and stuff? And I bookmarked. Let me see if I thought I bookmarked it. Let me see.
Arcade Guns is what I always use to.
Is that what you? It might be. Yeah, is that the one you told me to go look at?
Yeah, if you look at something and just a certain price, you go to Arcade Guns, you'll probably find it there cheaper.
Yeah.
That or
That's right.
CBN.
The reason is because I'm just scrolling through looking at shit on Cabela's thing for the guns, and I just saw the shotgun, the tactical shotgun, the semi-automatic. I'm sorry, it's a tactical shotgun, but it's a pump action with the magazine, with the clipazine.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen one after that, and I just saw it at Cabela's. Cabela's,
There you go.
yeah, the Blackwater Sentry.
Well, I mean, Remington makes one, Mossberg makes one, they all make one with the mag. J&G Sales is another good site for stuff.
They just went over and added.
CDNN is pretty good. They're out of Texas.
Texas. Fuck Texas.
Texas is awesome.
Says someone who doesn't live there.
Wow. Someone's fucking extra salty today.
It's just one of those things that I notice. Everyone's always like, when you mention something and someone's from there, and they're always like, yeah, I'm from there, but yeah, Texas, yeah, or, I'm from California. Well, then why are you still fucking there? If it was that great, why'd you leave?
Because they got big ass spiders and poisonous snakes.
See?
There you go.
See,
And the reason I live in Ohio is because the reason I live where it hurts your nose and lungs to breathe in the wintertime is because we don't have fucking dinosaurs and shit that can open your door and walk in your house. Like in Florida.
I totally have a pet gator.
Any reptile that's more than like 5 inches long is a dinosaur. I'm sorry.
Listen, I tried talking Tardon into letting me have a Komodo dragon. I mean, fucking stingy bastard told me no, but
That
I at
that's
least gave him the opportunity of asking him first. Now,
yeah.
when he comes home and I have one, I can be like, I asked you first. You said no. So now I just got to ask you for forgiveness.
Right,
CZ
but
puts out
that's
a
not right.
shotgun
You shouldn't. No one should own one of those because, you have one of those in your house and you microwave some popcorn. And there's some type of messed up fucking gamma rays and next thing you know, fucking Godzilla's walking around. And I've seen that movie.
Wow. Stevie, CZ puts out a fucking shotgun now too.
So, Ohio,
CZ's always had shotguns and nice
really?
rifles.
Ohio, was you in the outhouse on Jurassic Park?
This one's $300.
Mikey, you better say hello to Flan.
Where is she?
Hi, Flan.
Hi, Flan.
There, Flan. Now I'm your hero.
I love Flan. Yes, I do. I love Flan. How about you?
Oh my God.
Somebody was a
That was
cheerleader.
6th grade.
No, Gerald. If I was in Jurassic Park, I would be like, what's his name, Ian, the one doctor that said, "Yes, let's." Did you ever think why you shouldn't be doing this? Because they're like trying to like reproduce a fucking like woolly mammoth and shit with DNA and stuff right now, and I'm like, we literally have.
Are
like
they really? Can I
six
put in like
movies
a
that tell us why
pre-order?
you shouldn't do that shit.
Yeah, because the thing is, with that species brought back, it also brings diseases and all the other crap with it that we are now
Oh, don't
immune to.
be negative, Nancy's. How awesome would it be to ride to work on a woolly mammoth? Oh my goodness!
What are you gonna ride? Fucking Ohio?
Ooh, snap. You making fun of him because of his back hair?
I was
Let's
thinking
go,
maybe
Patriots.
she was just gonna fucking throw a saddle on him or something. That's all. I was just asking.
Yeah, but Ohio would like that.
You know.
I already have a saddle for him. What are you talking
All
about?
right, don't be fucking jealous, Mikey.
I'm not jealous of nothing.
Gunpowder.
Want me to send you that video? Hey, Mikey, want me to send you the video?
You know me better than that. You should. You are looking at probably the most non-jealous person you've ever come across.
Right. I think I remember sending you a text message with a picture of me and somebody in it, and you got really upset about that.
No.
Pretty sure you did.
No.
I've sent you like 2 or 3 text pictures with other YouTubers and shit. Like everything, you're like, you bastard.
Yeah, I wasn't jealous. I was mad.
All right, yeah.
Those are two different
Okay,
emotions.
not jealous, mad. Okay. Don't get
You
mad.
know?
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
No, you can't drive angry. Road rage is a killer.
Dish has got some shit going on with somebody else that's not involved in the chat. She's down there typing and writing and shit. Seems like the old days when they used to talk bad about people all the time.
I've been
and other
sending
people
her
didn't
dick
know
pics
about it.
the whole time. Right,
What'd you
Dick?
say, Steve?
I said I've been sending her dick pics the whole time.
Is that what it is? Is that why she's laughing?
Laughing and pointing, getting the tweezers
She's
out.
probably going to get her glasses. I'm an asshole.
Wow.
Glasses, well, she went to get the binoculars.
Hey, don't bust my balls. You guys use filters too.
Right?
Just because I hold that in front of the lens.
That's the fucking secret. God damn. I gotta buy a magnifying glass. I better buy 2.
Dun, 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 dun.
All
You know,
right.
my wife has one of those makeup mirrors that you flip it around and it's magnified on one side. I like walking in front of that bitch when I get out of the shower.
Oh yeah.
I get out of the shower and stand right in front of it and flip it around. I'm fucking huge.
Oh my god.
back is actually killing me right now.
You look like you're in pain, Mikey.
I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Is he rocking?
Yep.
That's usually the telltale sign.
A lot of pain. But hey, what are you gonna do? It's all Tish's fault, anyways.
You deal with the pain.
So what we've learned tonight so far, if you're broke down on the side of the road, if you're transgender, you don't have to pull over for them because they might be going to the bathroom.
That's right.
Not me. Too shy.
And we also know that people in Ohio should never fucking drive in the state of Massachusetts.
I've drove in Massachusetts before.
You did it illegally
How did I do it illegally?
because you must have been pissed off looking at all those fucking people driving in the first lane.
Well, that doesn't mean it was illegal. I'm just-
I'll
It
tell
wasn't.
you,
You
want
were
a
in
challenge.
Massachusetts.
If you want a real challenge
But-
driving, go down to New Orleans one time and try making it around the city.
Yeah,
New York City.
yeah, I've been down there too.
I
Wow.
drove in New York City. New York City's actually easier than driving
New
than
York
driving
isn't
in
as
Boston.
New York isn't as bad as you think it is until like noon hits. If you're because like it was like 11 o'clock and I was down there doing a pickup and I was in a straight truck. And it wasn't a double axle or anything, it was single axle straight truck.
Right.
But I was doing
Yeah,
a
yeah.
delivery and a pickup and I was like, it was my first time to New York. And I was like, you know, you see it in the movies and shit, and it's all busy, and hey, I'm walking here and all this shit, and there felt fucking all these people. It wasn't like that, man. It was just like driving like downtown Cleveland or downtown Columbus. You know, it was no big deal. And then
Right.
and then noon hit, and 7 million people hit the streets all at once, and it's like, fuck. That, now I see where they get the. I mean, and it is like the movies. It's bumper to bumper, nothing but. If I never see another yellow taxi in my life, I'll be fucking happy. But yeah, it was like once
But-
lunchtime hit, everybody hit the streets. And
It's
the
also-
streets just automatically jammed up.
It's also easy to get to your destination. Not easy as in fast, but easy if you make a mistake because everything's gridded. Okay, you can.
Yeah, you pass your road, you just make two rights,
Right.
and you're back to where you were.
Okay, you can't do that in the city of Boston.
You
Not
can
even
barely
close.
fit down the fucking streets in Boston. That's my problem with Boston because
Okay.
it's like cobblestone roads and
Oh,
it's not wide enough for one car, and then
Not
another
anymore.
car
Well,
comes at you, and you're like, where the fuck do I go?
They don't have cobblestone roads anymore.
Well,
They
there
tore them all up.
was some brick roads when I was there.
They tore them all up.
Oh,
I know
did they?
exactly where you were, and they tore them all up. You were down at Faneuil Hall
Well, I
because that's
was
the only
down- I
place
was
they're
in
at.
Boston-
Is Faneuil Hall.
I was in Boston in 93 and 94.
Cat. Wow. She actually listened. Might pass out and freeze.
I think you froze.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought he had your magnifying glass and he was looking for something. Doesn't it look like he's looking at something with a magnifying glass?
Trying to read the paper.
There he is.
Fuck. Faneuil Hall is where the cobblestone streets were.
Cat.
Well, I know when I went to the bus station to pick Brenda up in Boston.
South.
Paul,
Yeah.
if you made a wrong turn, you had to drive 6 fucking blocks to get back to where you started.
Yeah, you're lucky. Don't do it on the highway. You'll be fucked. It's a 45-minute turnaround.
I know, that's why I kept going down 90.
I like it. I like walking it. It's easier for me to walk it. Or just jump the fucking.
People are
The sub-
asking you to
the
read
subway.
comments, Mikey.
We got to read the comment from Jay Watterson.
Oh, what fucking comment? Last comment I saw was at 12:40.
Yeah, the comments in the internal stopped, but the external ones are still going.
All right. Tish, can you please read my last comment to Mikey? What was his last comment?
Right
About
above it.
Belichick.
No. We're not reading comments about
I'll
football.
do it. I guess Belichick.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
After all,
I told him I wouldn't do that if I was him. He didn't want to listen.
What? Wow.
You gotta learn to listen to Mikey when Mikey says I wouldn't do it if I were you.
Yeah, he'll mute you like he did me.
People just don't get it. Tell him, Dish, will you please?
Yep. You're gonna get them muted.
Why are you muting me? I'm doing what the audience wants.
I don't care what the audience wants when it comes to that. I said from the
Did
start,
you hear that, audience? He doesn't
we are not
care.
going
I
to.
wouldn't even watch this chat if I was you, audience. Next week, I would tune into somebody
right.
else.
You would. I would too. Next Saturday night, don't tune into any chats next Saturday night. I wouldn't either.
There used to be so many good chats on Saturday nights.
There was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to have the dragon running, and
They sucked.
The Redneck Zone.
yeah,
Dig That Tone. Sunday night had the best chat ever, though. The best chat was on Sunday night.
Jimmy time.
No. Shenanigans.
Saturday
Sunday
night.
night shenanigans.
Oh,
Did you just say Jamie? You trying to get muted too?
That was Wednesday and Saturday. 10
And
p.m.
Friday. And Friday until I
Friday.
decided they no longer needed a chat on Friday.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you even name your chat the Quagmire anymore, man?
I don't think so. I never whatever I'm in the mood for.
SKS.
That's why your views are dropped and no one knows it's the Quagmire.
Night, Susie Scott.
Good night, Susie. Yeah, how come the internal chat isn't working properly?
Mine's not working
I think you
anymore either.
Solar flares. It's got to be solar flares.
yeah.
That or transgenders.
That's what it
Keep
is.
it up,
Ohio.
Jay Watt. Keep it up, kid. Fucking cocksucker. But anyways, listen. What, Stevie?
Okay, I figured it out.
Okay.
It's been so long since I've been on my real Facebook. I forgot how to get there.
Oh,
You know, my stalker Steve one.
Yep.
all right, folks, listen. It's 1:13 a.m. Seeing as how I'm in a shit ton of fucking pain, I'm gonna go upstairs and take some pain meds and go night-night.
Okie dokie, guys.
All right.
There it is.
You guys, thanks for coming on. Much appreciated. Dish, Ohio, Jerry, Johnny, Stevie, and even Gunpowder Beauty.
Aw, thanks, darling.
Bless your heart.
I love you too.
Yeah. Don't lie to me.
That's it.
Good night, y'all.
You guys out in the chat
Yeah,
room,
good
thank
one.
you, all, and we'll see us all Friday night.